said that
Yeah, we on now, bitch.
We live,
all right,
baby.
we outside again.
That's cap. We're not outside. Stop dry snitching on the Freeway. I told you that first season. We're not outside.
No, we are indoors, but outside on Zoom.
We're indoors.
Yeah, we indoors. We indoors. I'll be outside. I'll dry snitch on myself. I'll be outside for real.
Look at Kev. Kev is goddamn. Kev looks like he's outside.
I want to be honestly. I want to be just like Kev when I grow up. No cap.
This nigga Kev right now is in like little Cuba. Right now.
For real.
Right.
Every day I strive to be more and more like Kevy.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Charles Shaw. The good folks over there at Charles Shaw.
Charles Shaw.
There you
I'm
go.
off the red tonight. I'm off the cab.
Wait, so there's a white guy sponsoring the episode tonight?
Nah. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, he's
you know what?
I was gonna let him have it too. I'm like, yeah.
I don't got the bottle with me, but
Okay.
He's
Hey, man.
all that black empowerment talk for 3 straight episodes this season, and that nigga just it went right out the window.
No,
Went right out the window when he saw $1.99 at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, hey yo, Kev. So a white man sponsoring the show, huh?
White man sponsoring Kev's show. A white man sponsoring the Kevy Boy show tonight.
Yeah,
We
hey.
ain't sponsoring Miseducated.
Kev is but speaking of nigga shit, Kev had his everyday counts LA. They had a release on it, and that shit is sold out in 24 hours. So that's black excellence right here, guys.
Is that your brand, Kevy?
Yeah, that's your brand. We wanted to do something for the city real quick. We wanted to do something because I've been trying to do a brand for years now, but the more you wait, the more it gets corny because everybody says they have a brand. And I know that I look at people when they be like, oh, I got a brand. Oh, I got it, So this was just a chance for us to put something out for VA. And then every day counts. We're just going to really focus on the first season, first collection for that. But yeah, Back Home showed love. We sold out. Shout out Virginia boy, And the crazy thing is we actually have like probably an extra 30 people been hitting us up like money ready. Said they tried to buy, but it was sold out. So
hey, that's fire, bro.
We might do a surprise release again. We might just let it ride. Either way, I'm back in the city.
Hey,
woo!
Kevy, baby.
Yes, sir. Anything else? What y'all niggas been up to though? Goddamn, we ain't recorded in a few weeks. What else been up?
Just playing video.
Not much. Ain't shit popping outside, man.
Nope, because the goddamn state of California is about to shut down again. So niggas are not going
to. Yeah, shit.
It looks like we're about to get shut down again permanently.
I thought that we were pretty much already shut down as just restaurants, barbershops, etc. So are they going to shut down retail spaces again?
I think that's gonna happen soon.
I feel like that'll be next.
Just because I think what they were expecting was like when it started slowing down, they expected shit to slow down and then almost come to like kind of a halt. But what happened was it like slowed down and then just sped back up almost like way quicker than it was before. So I think what's gonna end up happening, like I think the governor is just gonna be like, yo, certain counties in California just got to shut down for like a month, 2 months straight, just to see if we can dead the shit.
Los Angeles.
I mean, but if you look at Italy, a couple months ago, they were kind of where we were. And, like, it got to the point where niggas were just like, yo, fuck everything, bro. Like, if you outside, like, you getting a ticket, like, you about to get thrown in jail type shit. Like, you damn near need a note to go outside. And it has to be, like, a legitimate, like, you need medicine or something reason.
But that's how it should be, to be honest, man. Because if we're being realistic, if you, like, shut this shit down again for, like, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, and you enforce rules like that, like, you get a ticket or you get thrown in jail, whatever the case is, like, it'll slow down.
Yeah.
But the problem is that people are mad impatient and they want to be outside so bad. It's like, yo, stay inside for like 2 to 4 weeks, listen for a little bit, and we can have the rest of the year to ourselves. But right now, it looked like we're gonna be shut down for the rest of the fucking summer. We're gonna be indoors until like fucking September.
Honestly, almost like
we're indoors.
Truthfully, the way it's going right now, we might not be able to go outdoors for like if you're in LA County, you might not be able to go outdoors until like next summer type shit. If niggas don't get shit right.
Niggas can't go to Christmas at the Grove.
Nigga ain't gonna be no Grove, boy.
That can't go ice skating in Santa Monica. We're finished.
Yeah.
Shit, the white people that go
videos.
to Christmas at the Grove is gonna lose their fucking mind because that's the only time they ever see snow in the year when they throw that fake ass snow at the Grove.
For real.
Hey, but wait. Speaking of lose their mind, recently I was watching I was on YouTube and Jada Pinkett Smith was talking to her husband Will Smith, and I'm not sure if you guys saw the nature of the conversation, but it seemed to me like somebody done lost their mind. Just because there was I mean, I you know, as a nigga, I'll say right now, I think I said before in other shows, I have not been in an actual relationship since I was like 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as an adult, I've never been in a relationship. That whole
so you've been
like
jerking
committed,
off for quite some time.
you know what I'm saying? Like that right hand's strong. Even the left hand a little strong. But hey, I'm mad. Don't whoa me in and snap like that. Don't whoa me in and snap like that. We don't act like this nigga ain't hitting with the. That was real zesty. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. But hold on.
Yo.
Corey,
hold on.
The Zatarans.
But hold on, y'all. Did y'all watch the?
Diggs is finished.
This nigga. Did y'all watch the Red Table Talk, right? So y'all know the controversy.
Y'all watch that bullshit.
Do I need to explain?
Yeah, so explain it for the listeners that didn't get to watch it and just saw the tweets.
Okay, so Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, famed Hollywood couple, been together for over 2 decades. They have 2 children together. For a long time, it was rumored that they were swingers. On an earlier Red Table Talk, they claimed that they weren't. However, August Alsina, singer extraordinaire, has spoken for years, saying that him and Jada are in a relationship, and let August tell it they were real life in love. Now, Jada's previously admitted that they were pretty good friends, but August kind of went on a TV show and said that they were in a pretty committed kind of relationship. He was in love with her, and that he had to break it off, and that Will gave his permission. So, of course, Jada brought herself to the Red Table with Will Smith.
With Birkenstocks on.
Yeah, but jokes aside, Will Smith looked like he had been crying for a full week.
Whoa, who had on Birks?
I think Jada. That nigga, that's all he heard in that whole conversation.
Will had on mids. Will had on mids, and he's finished for that. So.
He had on some mid Jordan ones.
He had on mid Jordan ones.
You thought he was wearing Birkenstocks? I thought he was talking about Jada.
Oh, nah.
And watch the Red Table Talk. It's quiet for you too, dog.
We need to get Will out of here. Mid.
Yeah, he was wearing some mids. He was wearing some mids. Will is hurting though. We gotta come on. We gotta. Nah, come on, fellas. We gotta stand with our brother.
Hitch. Are y'all nuts?
We gotta stand with our brother. We gotta stand with our brother. He's wearing mids because he's hurting right now.
You know, he's wearing big ass jeans like he's a real ass dad.
He was hurting. Yeah, he was hurting. He was wearing that sweater with the stitched out V on the outside. You know, the crew neck with the stitched out V on the outside. That
shit right here.
Yeah,
right here.
That you be getting from Old Navy.
Yeah.
He got it from Yeezy. He got it from Yeezy Gap.
Yeah, Yeezy Gap.
It looked like he was ready to go to Thanksgiving.
He was hurting, bro. Because you know what? You know that kind of Pete based on that little Red Table Talk. It looked to me like Will was probably like one of those niggas that was like, he had really tried. Like he had always wanted like a committed ass, long ass relationship or like the family life. You know what I'm saying? And like maybe he fell for Jada, and like it could have been vice versa. Obviously, I don't know these people, so I could be wrong. But speculation and kind of what they were saying on the shit, it seemed like Jada really put Will through a lot. Will might have put Jada through a lot. But it seemed like
probably
Will Smith.
That nigga keeps yelling that he's Will Smith, dog. I don't know if you saw the Red Table Talk. He
look like made Welcome to Miami. Are you nuts?
That nigga was looking like he was looking like Willard K. Smith.
Right he
was looking like Willard K. Smith on Red Table Talk. He wouldn't look like no Will Smith I ever seen. He was looking like Pursuit of Happiness. What was that nigga name in Pursuit of Happiness?
Oh no! Guess what? He wanted to.
That nigga look like he wanted to solve a Rubik's Cube.
And
dog.
You want to know something? You want to know what pisses me off?
What's up?
You know what?
You're gonna tell us.
You have to finish explaining to the viewers what exactly the fuck happened. Because I'm ready to go off.
I never got to what happened. Look, go ahead. And this is actually why I said what I said about Jada. Because Will said there was a time when he was done with Jada. Like he was finished. He didn't think he was gonna get back with Shorty. Like he thought it was completely quiet. Now this is Will's words, not even mine. This ain't even an exaggeration. It might be an understatement, if anything. And during that time, I guess they thinking that they were going their separate ways. Jada started what she called an entanglement, but was an actual relationship. Let's be realistic. With August Alsina. And in starting that, I guess August fell for her. You know what I'm saying? August fell for her. And she at some point realized she was going to get back with Will Smith, and that it was going to be that she no longer needs to deal with August Alsina. And before we continue, I want to say this. Outside of everything niggas are saying, it seems to me, compared to other relationships I've seen that have gone through shit like that, Will and Jada are genuine best friends. You know what I mean?
Like, I can still even after that, I can still tell.
It seemed like they're genuine. Like that's kind of why they couldn't live apart with each other, because it's like, all right, I've been with my best friend for 17 years, and that we've kind of started this life, and we could, no matter what happens, like whether Will is hitting Margot Robbie or Charlize Theron, and Jada's hitting Pac or August Alsina, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be able to figure it out.
She's still fucking
because
Pac?
they're friends.
Whoa!
Is Pac dead? Are we assuming Pac is dead?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
my conspiracy do-rag ain't on, but I'll go put it on.
Hey, y'all gotta stay. Time out, bro. We're going to commercial break. She's doing what?
She's still fucking Pac.
She's all the way in Cuba. She flying out to Cuba, bro.
That's where you would be.
That's a long trip for some dick, man. That's a very long trip for some sex.
Hey, look, God knows where Will went for some box.
Yo, can you imagine the things that Will has done, like, to get back at her? Because there's no way that he didn't know about this. Like, he knew about it, of course. For sure.
But you know what's probably crazy? That nigga probably did the most, and it probably still didn't fix anything for that nigga. Like, that nigga was probably
absolutely not.
Like, he probably had like an orgy with like 10 women. You know what I'm saying? And then like was standing at the window looking outside, butt ass nigga just satisfied.
Hurt. Whoa.
You know what's nuts about all this shit? Like that Will in that whole process, Will could fuck 10, 20 different girls. But if Will finds out that Jada had a bukkake, that nigga's gonna be torn apart. Like his life is just in
that nigga
shambles.
Like he was legitimately
hold on. What the fuck is that? She went for Thai food? The fuck is that?
No, a bukkake. You never heard of bukkake?
You never heard of bukkake?
Nah, what's that?
Oh my god. I don't even want to. I don't even want to share my screen
I want to get into
and look
this
that
one.
up because we'll get banned.
So you mean tell me everybody knows that shit is except for me?
I wouldn't say everybody knows.
When you go on
Pornhub, everybody
niggas that was really on page 138 of Pornhub.
Right. Hey, that's it. That's exactly what I'm gonna say. If you've been on Pornhub, you done seen bukkake before.
Yo, nah. So we don't have to put the picture up or a video.
We don't. Just let this nigga look it up, bro.
Because we're gonna get banned from life.
Look it up. I don't know if there's anything past X-rated, but we started getting into that. We passed X-rated some kind of way.
But like, but Will could do whatever. He could do whatever he wanted. I'm pretty sure we all did that. Like, if we put ourselves in Will's shoes, like if we was out, we was all doing all that kind of shit. But we find out a girl did a bukkake. We're gonna be like, rough, oh my god, we're
like literally, Will.
Hold on. What's even more nuts about that is Jimmy's name.
Okay, go ask Chris Money.
No, Jimmy's name is Jizza.
Hey, chill.
Hold the fuck on.
Chill.
You better not know what that means.
We haven't said it like 10, 15 episodes, but if you're under the age of like 21, just stop listening, please.
Stop listening now. Stop, please.
If you are underage, leave the chat.
Yeah, if you're like under the age of like 25, just
you are being voted off the island right now.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Will did some. He probably would have did some crazy shit, basically, what y'all saying.
I think Will, just because like the nature of how Jada was kind of talking and Will being like, yo, I was done with your ass. Like, I ain't never heard a nigga say I was done with your ass.
I was fucking done with you, right?
You know what I mean? Have. And say but said it like 3-4 times, bro. Like on some real life, like
and was like laughing, like
yeah, like yo, listen, I was.
She was serious.
Yo, listen.
Yeah, he was dead ass serious.
Like I was done with your ass. I did not think. So it's really
so she tried to cop out by calling it an entanglement, right?
Right.
Pretty much.
That's how she tried to describe it.
You know what?
Jada Pinkett is the female T.I. because she tries to use all these big words at that punk ass table that's not really necessary. It's not.
Nah.
She knew saying an entanglement would just make the red table just glow. And guess what? All she got from was some damn memes. And another thing.
Uh-oh. Glasses off.
Uh-oh. Hey, yo, Dave.
Stop saying Jada Pinkett cheated on Will. She didn't cheat on the nigga. They were finished. He probably clapped like 100 cheeks. And she clapped August Alsina. She should be the one that took a loss.
August is probably the only nigga that we know about, dog. For real. It's probably some niggas that kept that shit quiet.
And Tupac, of course.
And Pac's still hitting today. Like to this day.
Pac is goddamn he giving her holographic. He giving her that holographic dick.
That's apparently that shit hit different. Let Jada tell
it. So now.
Hey yo.
Yo, but like as soon as we saw like the rumors of August Alsina coming out, saying what he said and tweeting all that kind of stuff,
I believed it as soon as he came. As soon as he said it, I believed it.
Yeah, because for the last like what 15 years, there's been rumors of Will and Jada being swingers and being in open relationships and being okay with doing and living that kind of lifestyle. And what I kept telling people is that those rumors just don't spark from nowhere.
No, they don't just come out of thin air.
Or there's smoke is fire.
Because Jay-Z and Beyonce have been together for just as long. You don't hear those rumors from them. Kanye and Kim been together for like almost 7 years. You don't hear those rumors about them.
I don't think Kanye's busting Kim, bro. It's just not happening.
He probably not.
You don't think he's
piping no more. There's no way.
I don't think he's.
Nah, I think Kanye like I think Kanye artificially inseminated Kim, and that's how they had kids. I don't think Kanye tapping them cheeks, man.
Is that a conspiracy you rack on your head?
On the fourth little
There's a conspiracy bandana.
Conspiracy bandana.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I feel like he might still be throwing,
I would think so. I'll be honest. If I was like married to Kim Kardashian, it'd be hard not to imagine like still, even if it's once a week, bro. I'm gonna still try at least, or like we're gonna try to schedule it. If we married, I'm talking like married, and like that's.
This nigga David's gonna walk around the crib like
I'm gonna ask y'all again.
So what you doing for this?
And I'm gonna ask y'all again.
What you
Who
got,
has
Kim?
more bread, Kanye or Kim?
Kanye.
Probably Kanye.
Kim.
I would think Kim, honestly.
I think Kim got more money.
I feel like hold on. I feel like liquid assets maybe Kim, but in overall general wealth, it's probably gonna be Kanye.
I mean, I also think Kanye also has IP that could generate more wealth.
Exactly.
I don't think Kim has that. Yeah.
She does. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like on hand liquid assets, she probably has more because that's kind of what they do anyways. Yeah. But Kanye has, he with him starting businesses, he already had businesses started before him and before Kim, even before all of that shit. So all of that stuff is pretty much just grown into, what we see now with Yeezy and with all of the other shit.
That nigga's pretty much a whole brand.
Yeah.
I mean, but since you're on the topic of Kanye, let's tap quickly into
let's finish up the Will and Jada thing.
Oh, there's more about Will and Jada?
I mean,
yes, there's way more about Will and Jada.
Oh, my bad. I was just
we know
this nigga Kevin. Put your glasses back on, nigga. Put your glasses back on.
Kev, what else were you saying?
Jada did not cheat on Will. They were separated. That's just obvious.
Right.
Why is it that social media just jumps at anything? They just take debate every single time. Quit thinking that it's a win for the girls and that nigga got. And it's not. And now all these hoes that aren't even in relationships using entanglement. And they ain't been tangled in nothing in months.
They ain't been tangled in nothing.
Not during COVID.
They've been tangled with COVID.
Whoa.
They have not been entangled in shit.
Hey, yo, the first person first person I hear say that they're in entanglement, I'm going to ask him to spell it. I'm going to ask him to spell entanglement. The first person to say that. They probably
started with an I. They probably started with, if you start entanglement with an I, you're finished.
Yes.
Yeah, at that point.
You're going to the doghouse.
Yeah, you need to just go ahead and hang it up if you started with an I. It's quiet.
Man, I just got that notification from fucking the Citizens app about all of the cases. Speaking of COVID, they just
dog, them motherfuckers spiking, boy.
Just today,
them motherfuckers spiking, right?
That shit must be.
But anyway, go.
What
else you have?
For Will and Jada, like, I knew those rumors were real. It's been around for way too fucking long. As soon as August Alsina came out, I knew like that shit was real. I was just more mad at the fact that like he did that. Like, why would you fuck that bag up? Like, if you was able to just go out and just fuck it whenever you wanted, and you had an entanglement, whatever the fuck that means, a relationship, if you was beaten, however you want to address it, like, why would you come out and you tell everybody like it's done? That's it. Like, at that point, it's like you trying to sell an album, and then he did drop an album and he released a single and all that kind of shit. So it's like, it just looked like you did it all for attention. But why now? But why did you choose to do that now when
Angela Yee still threw him a bag?
What you say, Kev?
Jimmy said that he fumbled the bag, but I believe that Angela Yee's show threw him a bag to spill that tea. He had to have a bag, and you knew that if you start that, then it's just going to be a snowball effect because he's going to have another interview, even though I personally think it's over. Nothing else to talk about.
No, he's going to have another interview. There's nothing to do these days. He's gonna have another interview. Like it's not. There's nobody's talking about nothing. Nobody's doing anything. He's gonna.
And what greater time to start all this shenaniganery, whatever the fuck that.
One more time. One more time. Yo, Corey, go ahead and hit that. Shenaniganery. Shenaniganery.
I was trying to hear.
Can we throw him in jail for that word alone?
Nope. Shenaniganery.
Shenaniganery.
It sounds like a white person trying to pronounce a black name.
Pretty much.
As soon as we figure out how to spell that, can that be the episode title?
Shenaniganery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on. Did y'all see Kev phone
boy,
like
that boy Kevy. That boy like Kevy. He dressed like an old nigga trying to be on FaceTime right now. That's the funniest part.
He's doing bad right now.
Hey, I'm fresh. I might hit the town off the Charles. I'm lit.
That nigga gonna hit the town and the cops gonna give him a ticket. He gonna come back pissed.
As soon as he walk out, he's
I'm going to jail with no mask.
Yo, you know how
you're
done. You know how mad I'd be, man. I'd be fucking pissed. I fucking walk outside just for a drink or to grab something, and the cops give me a ticket for being outside.
Like, fuck you outside for. I just wanted I wanted a Calypso, coach.
Don't even go get no food. Like, nope, you should did that shit earlier. They're gonna end up doing what they did in Miami, probably, since we are on that again. They're gonna probably do Miami? They're on a curfew in Miami-Dade County.
Because I know in New York, if you fly into New York from like a high COVID state right now, you're gonna get California, $2,000.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
added more states. It's 22 states right now. It's literally 22 states that they're gonna let you in. Or you got what's it called?
So like if you're flying into New York from like one of those states right now, if you don't like check in or some shit, like if you're in some kind of gang, they're gonna fine you $2,000.
Shit.
You got to check in and then quarantine for 14 days before you go out, out and about New York. Because they can't outright ban you.
Yeah, so that pretty much means if you're planning a trip to New York, you got to at least stay there for a month because the first 14 days you're gonna have to quarantine.
You got to
be. So you got to stay there for at least a month.
Quarantine.
So it makes no sense to travel at all. Just stay your ass at home and fucking get some lotion and some towels and just get to working.
Yep, because that's where niggas is gonna be.
What do you mean? Yep, you're finished.
That's kind of crazy. Everybody going to jail today, huh?
Hold on, what he say?
Oh, and fucking what's it called?
Say yep for.
That nigga was like, grab your lotion and towels. Pelican Bay shoe program, 23-hour lockdown.
That's all I needed to hear right there.
Nigga throw me in Pelican Bay. Is that
Pelican Bay? Remember Training Day? Yes. Pelican Bay, 23-hour lockdown shoe program.
Man, anything else on this Will and Jada shit? Because I mean, we can keep going, but we already know that the only parameters of shit. We already know how this is going to probably end up panning out. As far as Will goes, Jimmy thinks that Will is going to release an album. If that happens, I don't want to hear it.
Dog, that's nuts. That's actually nuts.
You know what? He might release an album though. I'm not like no cap. Like what Jimmy said, he fuck around.
Will Smith comes out of a song with Lil Baby on it. It's over. You hear me?
That nigga Will Smith can still rap his ass off. So I wouldn't be mad at the album. I would just be mad if this nigga felt like this is what he needed to do.
He's gonna have.
You know what I mean? To drop the album.
He's gonna have Jermaine Dupri write it, and it's gonna be Confessions Part 3, and he's gonna kill the game, and it's just gonna go diamond, and everyone's gonna hate fucking Jada. That's what's gonna happen.
Will is gonna have a 4PF chain on.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
4PF.
He gonna be on there.
Oh no.
If you go on Amazon, you could get your own 4PF chain.
I'm sure you can. If you go on Amazon, you get your own. If you go on Amazon, you get your own Rockefeller chain. All you gotta do is type in Rockefeller.
It's a rock.
Chain
Michael Jackson.
You can get your own.
Hold on.
All right.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Let me explain.
What happened?
I said if you go on Wayfair, you can get your own. Not myself. I'm just saying, they fucked up.
The way this is going, we're gonna be done for.
How is it that we managed to get a more controversial show each week? You know what I mean? Each time we decide to come, we're like, all right, we're gonna talk about these topics. These are like fairly safe. We probably gonna go crazy, and somehow
this nigga here, Kev,
I'm just saying, imagine ordering a toolbox for 10 G's and you open that bitch and it's just like, oh!
That nigga said, imagine ordering a toolbox for 10 G's. That's where you lost me.
Why would you ever, right?
Why would
that's
you
why
order
I'm be honest with you, bro.
Why would you ever order why would you ever order a tool? It's okay.
You know what? How about this?
You get a fucking hand instead of a wrench?
I want to talk about this.
Wayfair.
I want to talk about this.
Wayfair had the storage units on there for like $100,000.
Let's low key get all the facts and then we'll talk about this. Not that we need all the facts, but let's get the whole story and then talk about this on like
okay.
A whole this one of them topics that's gonna take a whole episode. And I want to make sure. I just want to make sure I got like all the information, not even all the facts, because it seemed like all the facts is out.
It's the Miseducated podcast. You can talk about it now.
Don't say I can talk about it. You brought it up. No, you talk about it. Y'all know what I want to talk about.
It's nuts.
Hey, yo.
Okay? It's nuts.
It is nuts.
So just to close off the Will and Jada topic, in case y'all want to say something, I just wish that like people would. I just wish people would like normalize that, or not just normalize it, but like just realize that what they're doing is more normal than what people think.
It's a very normal thing.
Women cheating on men is normal.
Well, no. I'm not talking about cheating. I'm more so talking about like people being in a relationship and just being open about it and like letting each other do their thing, but they'll at the end of the day still coming home and being together. I just wish people would look at that as a more normal thing, because it actually is really normal, but it's still so taboo to talk about it that people are like, oh no, like they're letting other people fuck each other, they're letting other people fuck them and all that.
Because I attempted it didn't go too well.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, they hate each other. They're putting on the front.
I can see that.
You know what? I don't think they hate each other. I think, I legitimately think they're best friends. I think
they're life partners. They made it clear that
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but best friends who are just like, they're not gonna leave each other for the rest of their life. I really think that's what it is.
What we're saying is Will and Jada are no longer having any type of sexual intercourse problem.
I don't think so.
I could kind of see that. I could definitely see that. And at the end of the day, they're a little older and they've been with each other for however long. Like, I'm sure they could live in the same big ass crib, take care of their kids, still be cool with each other, still be like friendly and shit like that, still be copacetic. But like if they want to like hit somebody, they're gonna hit that person, like, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to like each other. There might not be.
I think they friends. I think they put each other in the friend zone.
Piping her. You hear me?
During the break, but they were separated. They were on the break.
Bro, I'm telling you, Will probably hit somebody that's like, wow, I could not imagine Will Smith hitting that.
Will needs to hit his ex-wife. That's what he needs to do. If y'all really know, the real ones know.
Yo, but you know what? Actually, I'm so glad.
Will needs to go over there.
You know what? I got something to say actually about that. So I'm glad to what Freeway just said, that they're life partners and friends. One thing nobody really brings up is that when they met each other, like Will was coming off a divorce with that chick, and then Jada was coming off whatever. She always talks about she was coming off some type of heartbreak when they met. You know what I mean? So they met each other at a time when they like needed somebody. That's why I think like they kind of met each other when they needed somebody and just like ended up kind of in too deep, and now they are where they are. But like I really think it's important to just what Freeway was saying, like this is normal and like a healthy, long-lasting relationship.
Very
incredibly normal.
Very normal.
Because as you can see, they've obviously been doing that for long enough. They're still together. They have a family together. They have homes. They have businesses. They have shows. They have all this. Like, I just wish people would like look at it as a more normal thing and not as one of those like when it's talked about, everybody makes a huge deal on the internet about it. And it's like, yo, it's not that big of a fucking deal. Like this shit is fucking normal. It's probably happening to you right now without you fucking knowing. So just be more open-minded about situations and find someone that's going to be down to do what you want to do, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
That's it.
Keep it a
That's
stack.
what it boils down to. And if you like Dixon had already been saying, they've been in deep, and I don't necessarily look at that as a way to stay with someone just because you were with them for 20 years.
Of course.
But with the way that they communicate with each other and the way that their relationship has clearly been long before any of this became public, this is just like me and Kev, I think, said the other day. August, Will probably already knew about all of this stuff, and now it's just becoming public. Will already probably knew.
Yeah. So check this out. Let me ask y'all boys this.
What's up?
They said that they took him in because of his
I remember that. Yeah.
His health, you know, and he was like a family friend. You know, there's
Well, he had COVID.
House, right?
No, nigga.
Yeah.
No, why you say yeah? Kevin, you lit. That nigga did not have COVID. He did not have El Ronaldo. I think it had Ronaldinho.
I'm saying that he was in the house like a family friend.
You didn't hear what Freeway said.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So I'm saying he was a family friend. Do you guys think that he was already a part of the household, being a family friend, being like an older brother, older positive to the kids, you know, just like another kid, and then boom, they decide they're going to take a break and take a split, and then that's when she started messing with him.
That's just like a Pornhub. That's just like a Pornhub video. You know them titles on Pornhub to be like, hold on.
Wait, so is Will Smith a cuckold? Is he a cuckold?
Hold on. Wait.
That's a little crazy.
Hold on.
Wait, Kev, you don't know what a cuckold is?
A cup holder?
Oh my God. Dog, you gotta this gonna get a. We can't even put this show on YouTube at this point.
Hey, hold on.
This show's we're gonna be the first podcast on Pornhub.
Y'all gotta explain to me.
We're gonna be the first podcast on Pornhub. Well, I'll tell you what a cuckold is. A cuckold is like when a dude has like a fetish of seeing his girl being fucked by somebody else. Oh man, it's a lot.
Hey yo.
You know what?
You might as well. Hey yo, Dixon. You might as well. Dixon. You might as well explain to him what a bukkake is.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. That's a lot.
All right. So a bukkake is when a girl is with a group of guys and she's on her knees and the group of guys are jerking off all in front of her. They all nut on her at the same time.
And define how big of a group of guys, because I think I don't want because oddly enough. As a nigga who was on page 138 of Pornhub, I can tell you that there's a slight difference between a gangbang and a bukkake.
And a bukkake, for sure.
It's a slight difference. A small difference, but it's a difference nonetheless.
Like, so you said a girl sits, hold on, you said a girl gets in the circle and then all the dudes like jerk off around her?
And they nut on her all at the same time.
Pretty much.
So it'd be like maybe like 15 dudes all at one time. And they all just standing there doing that shit. And Shorty is just waiting right in the middle like.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah,
hold on. Whoa! What?
Yo, that'll actually be a good idea for one.
You niggas are finished.
This is a crazy ass show.
Hey. Oh, hold on. What I was trying to say, we can segue into something else.
So for the listeners, y'all
are finished.
Y'all are
disclaimer. I'm not a part of none of this.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the only episode where I'll admit that I went to jail. I definitely went to jail for that definition.
Hey,
the fact that I was
saying to go with Kev's statement about August possibly moving in and becoming like a family friend, maybe a role model around the house, yada yada yada. Her and Will split up for however long they were split up. Then August just slides in. I was comparing that to a title on a Pornhub video, because you can go in there and see like stepson plows stepmom because dad steps out or something
or like son's friend plows.
Exactly.
You know, son. You know what I mean? I plowed exactly my best friend's mom type shit.
That's exactly
that shit is a little
some
weird.
of them shits be good. Like you really be believing them shits. Like damn, that nigga really didn't clean.
That nigga watching porn believing it. This is crazy. Hey, but you know what? Jokes aside, I want to say this though. Hold on. Hey, jokes aside, one thing I want to say about Will and Jada though. That's really important. I don't got my conspiracy do-rag, but Freeway got the conspiracy bandana, so I'm gonna say this. They only gave out whatever information was either already public or you could have already assumed.
That's it. All they did, yeah.
For this reason alone, that when people talk about it, it's only speculation, it's only jokes, it's only memes. It's nothing.
But that's exactly why
I
felt like that situation, like we all knew the facts about it. And remember when August first came out and spoke about it, they denied it. And then they did a whole fucking show about it so they could get their views and they could get their sponsorships and their ad revenue and all that kind of stuff. So to me, like,
time you leave LAX, there's a billboard that says Red Table Talk. Time you leave LAX and get on the highway, right there, big. I think it was all a stage because right after the interview of him and of her and Will, he tweets something, right? And it was just kind of like a toxic.
Hold on,
tweet.
August. You talking about August or Will?
August, I was seeing he tweeted something referring to the interview, the Red Table Talk that Will.
But he was also trying to get at Keke Palmer, like he was basically trying to like blast her or some shit like that. You saw that? That was his tweet.
What did Keke fucking Palmer have to say?
Well, apparently Keke Palmer and August had a thing, according to Twitter. And after the Red Table Talk interview, she said something basically like, sometimes people come from a place of being hurt, yada, yada, yada. And then August had retweeted her with some long nut-ass comment, and everybody started dragging him for that. It's like, damn, nigga, you are hurt 2 times. Not only you hurt him by
you know what? Are we done on this topic? Because there's somebody else that needs to get dragged right now, and I cannot wait. I've been waiting weeks.
Corey for being on Twitter that much. God damn.
I've been waiting weeks.
So to conclude this, is Will Smith a cuckold? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I don't
think he's a cuck.
Pause.
I think
but
he is.
I don't think so.
Will Smith. I think
he's got Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 2.
And Bad Boys 3. Don't hate Bad Boys 3.
And Bad Boys 3.
Bad Boys 3 was hard. It's about to be on Stars.
I haven't even seen 3.
3 was pretty good. Yeah,
3 wasn't bad. 3 was like.
All right, let's not talk. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard some nut shit about it. If y'all saying it's good, then I hope it is.
It's not bad, bro, because it's really like, just don't go in expecting it to be like no cinematic.
Oh, now I gotta make some disclaimers.
No. It's like, don't go in expecting like it's about to be like I Am Legend type shit. It's literally no. It's literally gonna be Bad Boys 3, bro. Like the best possible version of Bad Boys 3 you could imagine. But please tell me we are done with this topic. There's a nigga that needs to get dragged.
Dave. Go ahead.
There's a nigga that needs to get dragged. Terry motherfucking Crews.
That's Jimmy Bozo of the week, ain't it?
Terry Crews. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
That's a fact. So,
hello,
ladies
my
and
baby.
gentlemen,
Hello, my darling.
Bozo of the week.
Hello, my bar time. Yeah.
Yeah. That talk about a for real coon and clown ass nigga.
Yes. So Bozo of the week this week goes to Mr. Terry Scary Crews.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Fucking
Terry Crews has been cooning all over the internet for the last like 2 months.
No, you know what, Jimmy?
It's been a little longer.
I bet you yeah. You what Kev say, can you coon?
Yeah.
Coon. It's the coon of the week.
That's the coon of the week right there, boss.
That nigga elevated. He got a whole new award. Inaugural coon of the week.
I'm pretty sure we can find a coon every week. I'm pretty sure we can do something like that.
Terry, the inaugural one. That nigga, yo, you know what? I'm gonna let you finish, Freeway, but Terry might be the first person that got a segment created for him on the show.
It's Terry, baby. He's from Cooney Island.
Oh my god.
Island.
Oh, he was Stephon Marbury. You said Cooney or Coney?
Cooney Island. Wait, Kev. Hold on, Kev. So since you mentioned Cooney Island, who are the inhabitants of Cooney Island?
Let's hear a couple.
So who lived with Terry Crews on Coon Island?
All right. 5 founding fathers.
Oh, founding fathers.
Oh, we got 5. You got a Mount Rushmore?
5 of them too. And he was quick, bro.
Cooney
I love that.
Is on Mount Coonmore. So it's
Mount Coonmore.
Terry Crews.
Okay.
Right? Kanye's on there.
Uh-oh.
Right.
It's getting spicy.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I was spit up my Drake on that one. Dr. Umar.
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else?
All right.
You could put Candace Owens there too if you want. We okay with that.
That's not bad.
Thank you. Because Candace Owens.
Yeah. Who's the last one?
Are we gonna throw Rodney King in there after that little?
Rodney King's already tucked. He's already met his maker.
Rodney King is dead. You're finished.
Oh, he's tucked?
Is he dead?
He's tucked for real?
Yeah, Rodney King is done. He has been tucked.
Hold on.
Rodney King is tucked.
I got you right here.
Rodney King is not tucked. I'm gonna look that up. Go ahead and get your fifth one, bro. That's Rodney King is tucked. I'm so sorry. Yo, if Rodney King is tucked, I'm real sorry.
He died from what?
He died in 2012 from, I think it was alcohol drowning. He drowned. I think he was.
Rodney King drowned?
I think he was faded. He was in Rialto, where Dixon is from, and he jumped in.
Yo, I'm hot this nigga right.
Hey, yo.
First thing I look up, died in Rialto, California, 2012.
Wait, you see why niggas don't be jumping in pools? You see that? I see him be jumping in
front of That's so crazy.
Too soon, gents.
Well, so sorry about that, Rodney. I didn't mean to put you on the founding fathers.
Rodney he been tucked for 8 years. It's okay.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm talking about
it's not okay.
So we have Terry Crews, we have Kanye, we have Umar, we have Candace Owens. Who's the fifth member? Who's the fifth member of Coon Rushmore?
The fifth member of Coon Rushmore is I don't know.
Let's do it now.
Because I was gonna name somebody, but he's pretty for the cause. He looks like he should be at Mount Coonmore.
You finna say Sean King?
No, I was going to say the sexiest motherfucker alive, John Legend.
Hey, hold on.
Not Johnny.
Whoa,
you know what nigga needs to be on? Who's that nigga? Who's that nigga that's always talking shit about LeBron for ESPN? I always forget his name.
Jason Whitlock is definitely on there.
Jason Whitlock.
Let's throw that nigga on there. Let's throw that
nigga on there.
He's there.
Let's throw that nigga on there.
Yes. He is like Thomas Jefferson. He is like the Thomas Jefferson.
You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga's like, that's the founding father you know. You don't know all founding fathers, but the one you know.
With that fucking tiny ass fedora he be wearing.
We have Terry Crews.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We have Kanye.
Yes, sir.
Jason Whitcock.
Play the music, dog. Just play the music.
Hey.
Who the other? Candace Owens.
Candace Owens
and Umar.
And did you say Dr. Umar?
Mm-hmm.
Coney Island. Founding fathers.
Hold on. Question though. Hold on. Question real quick. Can we really put Umar on Coonmore on Coon Island?
I don't think we can.
Can I chime in on this? Can I chime in on this?
Please.
Go ahead.
What you got?
Umar. He's like the necessary evil. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna say the most off the wall shit. Like maybe 4 or 5 of them. He's like what Kanye wants to be. Like Kanye will come out there and say like 80 things that are crazy and like 1 thing that's cool. Umar's got a way better average than that. Umar's got like 5 things that are crazy and 1 thing that's like great. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well check this out. We're gonna take Umar off.
We're gonna take Umar off,
and we're gonna put
Umar be the 6th man.
We're gonna pencil them in just because they are technically one person. I don't know if y'all know these gents. The Hodge Twins.
Hodge Twins?
The Hodge people we don't know.
No, they're famous on YouTube. They're 2 light-skinned ass brothers. And they really be like doing the sketch comedy YouTube channels, and they hit niggas with the All Lives Matter the other day, and they're canceled.
Oh, it's cool.
You know what?
So you know who hit us with the All Lives Matter?
Star's account canceled.
You know who hit us with the All Lives Matter the other day? Fucking Gilly. He's another one.
Gilly the Kid did All Lives Matter us.
Yeah, he did.
I don't like that either. But you know what, fellas,
and he said it on video. He didn't even type it. He said it on video, so he meant that shit.
But hold on, but so hold on. Going back to that earlier show when I was saying like when we start like looking at niggas like okay this nigga got the answers or this nigga got like the keys or whatever, and they start saying shit like that, like can we start holding these niggas like real life accountable and not like on some like oh that person's canceled, but on some like yo if you don't got the information like you got to be punished almost. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta. Because clearly niggas are tripping, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, could just look at it.
What was like just happened to Gilly the Kid?
Somebody got to hit him up. Somebody got to text him and be like, "Yo, my
man, to educate him."
Yeah,
not even necessarily.
Just call him out. Like, don't let him don't let him say no bullshit like that because he pretty much justified the All Lives Matter shit because he said that another black guy didn't care about my black life when he tried to kill me. And it was like, that's because you probably put yourself in that motherfucking situation. Like you don't have to say all lives matter just because you were in a particular isolated situation. It's not like every time you walk outside, like a black person's trying to kill you every time you walk outside.
Right.
That's an isolated incident. You could just say I had an issue with this one person who shot at me and that's it. That doesn't mean that all fucking lives matter just because that one person shot at you. Like you're just throwing everything away.
That's true. I mean, motherfuckers who will like you said, it's an isolated event. Anytime someone tries to trivialize Black Lives Matter or anything like that and make it what about when you niggas ran up on me or something like that? It's like, fam, we're talking like the whole movement started from it was not black on black crime or all this whole shit that people keep trying to drive down our throats. That's not what it is. And the fact that people keep trying to buy into this, what about black on black crime? What about black on black crime? It's like, fam, that's just crime happening in that particular area. More white people kill more white people on a yearly. More like if you want to go based on race and demographics, you're always going to have more violent crimes happening in a community where most of the people who are in that community, they all look the same. You're going to have more crime there. So it's just nuts to me that people still try to like they hold on to that to kind of do away with or kind of like minimize what Black Lives Matter was really kind of, not even just the organization, just the movement itself. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about the org. So
it's kind of like how Lil Wayne says that
there he is.
It's kind of like how
number 5.
It's kind of like how Lil Wayne. I think he might be an honorary member of Coon.
We might have to get rid of Candace Owens. She's gonna be on another. We might. Have to
No. She got to stay.
No. She's been cooning. She's been cooning for way too long to get rid of her.
Yeah. She has mastered the art.
So we're gonna get rid of Kanye because he seems to be making efforts in the right place, and he's still Kanye. Once you're on Mount Coonmore, you can't come back, and I think Kanye might be able to come back.
So, because what Lil Wayne said was he can't say Black Lives Matter because a white officer was the one that saved his life, and that's the situation right there. Like that's an isolated incident that one white officer did one good thing for you.
Bingo.
Have you ever ran into multiple white officers? Like, how have they been with you? Like, have white officers always saved your life? Are they the only people that you're surrounded by? So how can you say that Black lives don't matter because all lives matter because a white officer saved your life? That's one fucking incident.
I mean, he also said some nut shit like I don't experience racism basically because he's too rich.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing, not to, this is usually Freeway's role, but to play devil's advocate, Lil Wayne's been a multi-millionaire since he was like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
He's lived. He's essentially, not that he's like been technically white since he was young, but like he's been able to indulge in a white experience from a very, very young age.
He's been desensitized from everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But you still a nigga from New Orleans. You still are a nigga at the bottom, at the end of the day, at the beginning, middle, and end of the day. You are still. And for you to, you know, essentially shit all over your core fan base with that is just nuts. Like that's what's always gonna be nuts to me. We've talked about this several times on our show. Is whenever black celebrities get they try to be so far removed from the black experience. Yeah. And you know what? Once you make your bed, I'm gonna let you lay in it. If you don't want to be down for the cause anymore, okay. Don't look to us to support you though. Whenever you really need niggas to support you. Because remember, we're the same niggas who you didn't really care that much about because you either didn't deal with racism or you never dealt with, you know, police brutality or whatever. But the people who look like you, the people who are supporting your music, we're still dealing with racism and police brutality and all of that shit on a regular basis.
Exactly.
To this day.
If you want to be a part of the new black, you remember that whole thing? You remember Pharrell a few years ago when niggas got on Pharrell ass with the whole like new black shit?
Yeah.
And niggas had to kind of like, all right, Pharrell, don't try to separate black people. It's already like a class thing. People already feel like you got your elite blacks who are not that tapped in with regular everyday black Americans, which we all kind of feel that way to an extent. But if niggas,
I kind of want to tap into that. I kind of want to tap into that right there.
And it's perfect because if niggas want to be that way, if you feel that, you know, you don't have anything to contribute to the movement because you're so far removed, okay, don't comment on shit then. I don't want to hear what you got to say ever. If you're a musician, all I want to hear is music from you. I don't want to hear no social commentary. I don't want to hear nothing about your kids. I don't want to hear nothing about your mama with COVID.
Damn.
I want to hear about it. Save it. Keep it. We don't want to hear it.
It's true for fucking kids, fuck your wife, fuck your mom. You know, like,
period.
We don't want to hear nothing about that.
Yo, this episode we might be more finished after this episode than it.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Like,
but
quickly to touch on like what Corey mentioned.
No, before you touch on that though, Jimmy, you wanted to touch on Terry? Hold on, you wanted to touch on the Terry Crews issue again, right? But we never really got it. We never got into it really.
Has already been touched, so that's.
Oh,
he's already been touched,
buddy.
so.
We know.
Yeah, so after this episode, let's figure out how we can get this show on Pornhub, because I don't think YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify.
Yo,
I don't think they're gonna be able to accept us after this one.
Something has to give. What? There's no way.
My roommate has been listening to this whole show confused.
Yo, can you imagine a podcast episode of Pornhub? That'd be fucking nuts.
We're gonna be the first ones, evidently. I can tell you the way this show been going. We're not gonna be able to go on a regular streaming services.
Woo-wee! Spotify might pull us the fuck down. Like, hold on, whoa, hold on. We too tapped in with all these niggas y'all blasting. But no, Dixon was before we got into Coon Rushmore, Mount Coonmore, or Cooney Island.
Mount Coonmore. It was Mount Coonmore.
Fucking Dixon was talking about how Terry Crews has been cooning for a few months now. You and Jimmy both. I feel
like the better part of a year. You know what? Before the show, I said I don't think we've ever talked about it, but I want to say we talked about it on the show when he was cooning behind Gabrielle Union. We might have discussed it. He might have won Bozo of the Week, and because he's probably one of the only double winners, he ended up being the first
Jimmy
ever
has given him Bozo of the Week.
Yeah, yeah.
The most recent time though, he's been on some real life. There shouldn't be a Black Lives Matter without All Lives Matter. There shouldn't be a pretty much we don't want a black supremacy if white supremacy is so bad. Just a lot of really weird takes. It's not like I'm one of those people that I love to listen to different arguments because I like to argue my own points, but I like to listen to how other people are thinking. If people feel like, that's why I love the show so much, honestly, because we're able to talk about
it's about perspective.
It's about perspective. But that's one of those things where it's a bit like I don't understand what the perspective is behind it. Like
your perspective is nuts.
Yeah, in talking about like, okay, black people feel fucking oppressed, and like now they're speaking out, and people are trying to give in, like whether you fuck with it or not, people are trying to give in in some way, shape, or form. To be like, hey everybody, let's take a step back and not take this shit as far as we can or not make it as bad, like, you know what I mean, as good as we possibly can. It's a little weird, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of those things where it's like not even that just because black people rode for you need to ride for them, but it's like, bro, you're black, you're like a big buff black guy, I'm sorry. So like people are gonna like discriminate against you probably more so than anybody else in this podcast, for real.
Exactly.
So for you to be on some like real, oh nah, like we can't move this way, we gotta move it. It's a little odd. It's a little odd. It's a little weird.
Something happened to him. Some life experience happened to him to where he's not rocking with niggas like that.
Which is
because you don't just come out against your own, you know what I'm saying, against your people like that and just try to just ride for the company you work for and shit like that and try to be politically correct when Gabrielle Union has a very valid case where people have even took sides with her and admitted, you know what I'm saying, they could be more inclusive. So I don't know why he's going to come out when nobody really even asked him.
Nobody.
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro, with the Lil Wayne, with anybody. We can
make a point to come out and then go against a person of color. Gabrielle Union is a sweetie pie. And you say some dumb shit like that, he's really making his way downtown, walking fast. He's fucking finished.
He's finished, boss. And that's what I'm saying. When any of these black celebrities, I don't be wanting to hear from them because the moment that they do and they sound nuts, then I'm like in my mind, I'm gonna write them off. Even if, I appreciate everything, all of their contributions to black culture or whatever. But if you can't support the people you can't support your people because you're so worried about, that check or whatever the fuck it is, I don't want to hear from you no more, boss. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Something else?
I don't want to hear it.
I want to dive into something real quick because it's right on topic too, because I've seen a lot of people posting black squares.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes.
Posting about, the cause and where to meet up and all of this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm specifically talking to my my Latin audience right now, right? Then you got Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's cool. Bad Bunny makes good music. Would you say that Bad Bunny makes reggaeton?
I would think so. Or I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Unless I'm unfamiliar with reggaeton.
Now, Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken,
reggaeton, Spanish rap, like Spanish trap, whatever.
Spanish trap. Yeah.
So it's derived from Black culture, we can say, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So why is it that, and like I'm pressing people for posting is like null and void. You're wasting your time. But a lot of these people think they slick. I seen more than one person do it. Bad Bunny stopped posting on his Instagram. His Instagram was inactive since this whole thing started. Because if you're not on Instagram at all, then you get a pass for not posting. You get it?
That makes sense.
So that's the excuse that he's been riding on this whole time because he's quarantined in Puerto Rico with no phone. Okay, gotcha. So if you're quarantined in Puerto Rico with no phone, how in the fuck do you do an entire Playboy photo shoot and interview? Yes, it was via email. But if you have time to type in all the questions and do the entire interview, you don't have time to make a statement regarding people of color. You made your successes off of this. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And then to bring it all together, know your history. You're not really giving up anything if, oh, well, Bad Bunny didn't post anything, and I see his tactics, but he still makes good music though. I'm still gonna post the Playboy photo shoot because he looks good though. People aren't gonna give up something that's good to them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not gonna happen because we as a people say we're giving up Kanye, but he could do one thing positive and we're all back right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was
because of history.
Yeah, and that's the main reason why people are still sticking with Kanye, because it's the same conversation that I have with Roya about it. Like, because like when it comes to Kanye, like me growing up, he meant a lot more to me than all these other people that are coming out that have done shit. Like that have done shit, and we're easy to cut them off, but that's because they don't mean nothing to us. Like Virgil don't mean nothing to me. So if I don't have to buy anything, Virgil ever did, that's nothing to me. But Kanye, since 2004, since he's been producing for Blueprint and all that, like he has been a huge like part of my life and has affected my life.
And a huge advocate back in the day. A lot of his songs is really about controversial racial issues.
Yes,
exactly. So like with me, like when it comes to Kanye, like yeah, he's a piece of shit, but I've learned to separate the art from the person. I learned how to do that, but I've only done it with him just because he means so much to me and my childhood. With all these other people, like Terry Crews, fucking Virgil, and all these, I don't give a fuck about those guys. They don't mean nothing to me. Like those guys haven't done anything in my life to affect me, so I don't care. But so like when people cape for Virgil for all this, like his little friends and all that kind of shit. When people cape for Terry Crews, when people cape for all these other guys, like why? Like they have no significance in your life. They haven't done anything that I could see, and I'll be like, oh, I understand why. Like you're caping for him. I understand why. But like when I hear somebody be like, oh no, Kanye, this kind of, like, all right, I completely understand where you're coming from, because he's done so much for all of us growing up already. So I understand why Kanye's still around. I get it.
Same goes. Wayne and Kanye both are do that for me.
Wayne,
and that's what hurts is whenever it does hurt you. Even though you don't know these people personally and none of that shit, but to see somebody that you've grown up with in a way, essentially take a stand on something that you would naturally assume that they wouldn't, because if it directly affects Black people, you would assume that Black people are going to be fighting for the cause. Obviously, that's not always the case. So when you see that happen with Kanye or Weezy or anybody, it sucks, because it's like, damn, for real? I expected a little bit more from you, but especially with Kanye, like Kev said and like Jimmy said, as long as I've been listening to Lil Wayne, I've never heard a lot of. I mean, he's never made something like consciously denouncing racism. He's talked about it in several ways in music, of course, like just growing up in the hood and Holly Grove, and of course he's dealt with racism, duh. Yeah. But the way that him and Kanye, they're two different artists when it comes to that. But to just hear both of them niggas, over the years say nut coon ass shit, it's just like, damn, really? Damn,
niggas.
But we will. Kev is right and Jimmy is right. give niggas a pass, or at least we will give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like, damn, maybe you'll come back to us, you know. Maybe we'll, you know, because black people are forgiving as fuck. We will forgive you if you've shown strides to make it right with us. We will forgive you, because there's a lot of niggas in the black community, and there's a lot of allies, whatever you want to call them, who have done some nut shit over the years that we've overlooked because they've tried to make up for it. And everybody deserves a second chance, sure. But sometimes some niggas do some heinous shit. It's like, nah, fam, I can't give you no second chance. Nah, that's nuts. But anywho.
Yeah, but just going back to what Kev was saying, just going back to what Kev was saying about like Bad Bunny, and I agree with what Kev was saying. Like it shouldn't be a cop out for him to not have said anything. You can still put out a statement. You can still do something. You still have management. You still have a record label. You still have other outlets to get your message out. You could do it. You could have dropped a song. You have different methods to get your voice out.
You are a musician.
And he chose to stay quiet. So,
which, you know, I think I said on an earlier show too, where it's like, nobody's forcing you to say anything, but your silence or your when you do speak, you know what I'm saying, like that, it's going to be telling. Like people are, depending on what kind of platform you have, like even us with our small platform, we said in that first episode, we almost felt compelled to do an episode at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, even with, if we had just had like 10 fans, you know what I mean? Like we felt the need to those 10 people, like they need to hear what we think on this topic.
Yeah.
We don't want to go too long and it seemed like somebody else who just doesn't care or whatever. So
Dave, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. But let me ask you this. What are we going to hold the actual people that actually do post and do be aware, right? When they might be homies, because J Balvin put out a statement, donated. Like J Balvin's really been for the cause. Yeah. But are you going to still be collabing with your number one homie and not speak out and not check him?
You know what?
Worth that?
You know what? I mean, I'll say, you know, I'm not the type, I won't necessarily call it checking, but you guys know me. I love to have a conversation. Every single one of y'all, I've had a conversation like on some, like completely separate from like the chat, like on some deep, like, you know, let's talk about this thing that you think, you know what I mean? So me personally, if and my roommate right here, he'll attest to that shit too. You know what I'm saying? But like, if it's some shit where it's like, I might disagree with you, or it's like, I don't like what you're doing, I'd rather have a conversation about it and figure out why you're doing that and how we can rectify it, as opposed to just being like, all right, let's check this nigga, or let's like, you know what I mean? Like, so, but at the same time, I think, yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think you need to have that. Cause like, I think some people see checking as like, okay, like just like press that nigga type shit. But like, I think something needs to happen. Like if you disagree with somebody, or so you feel like somebody's crossed the line that affects you morally or any kind of way, you know what I mean? They just crossed the line. Like you got to have a conversation with that motherfucker, and you got to figure out like why,
Period.
You know what I mean?
Period.
And I think like same shit you said, like if J Balvin is posting, but Bad Bunny isn't, and J Balvin is trying to show like he supports the culture, but Bad Bunny isn't, then low-key J Balvin might need to have a conversation with Bad Bunny and be like, yo, you know what, I get that you're in a position like you feel like you might not have to, or you might not need to, but like, why not? If I did it, why can't you? You know what I'm saying?
That's the people is that his obligation, and do we hold him accountable to it? And if he doesn't, we'll be like, oh, he didn't talk to him, and he's still running up.
The only reason I say that he should go and hold him accountable is because we can't. There's nothing that we can do to hold him accountable, because he's still going to have fans that are going to go and listen to his music. That he's still going to have people that are going to go to his concert and they're going to support him.
Yes.
Now, like your perfect example, Kanye Coonmore. Jay-Z's responsibility as his big homie is going to him and like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You got to go and you got to check your man to see why your man is talking like this, acting like this, and doing all this fucking buffoonery on the internet, you know? So, like if one of you guys were on the internet doing some bozo shit like that, I'm gonna hit you up like, yo, what's up, man? Like, what's going on? Let's talk about this. Yeah. Like, what's good with you? Like what happens to you when you're like,
with him?
Hell no.
I mean, I don't think so. I'll say this though, even to what Freeway just said, you know what I'm saying? Like any of us disagree with each other, not just on the show, but even outside of the show, like in the chat or personally, we'll either call each other out or try to figure out exactly why that person's thinking like that. So I agree with Freeway. I agree with Freeway. There's for sure. Even John Legend, bro. John Legend, Jay-Z, Kid Cudi, all these niggas Common, like
John is spoken up and publicly.
He's spoken up. He has, but the most recent thing he said was a bit more of a general statement. If we're gonna segue into that topic, let's segue into that topic because I can get into what John.
Let's do that.
Go ahead. Yeah, go
what
ahead.
does the sexiest man alive say?
Oh my God.
You're not gonna play the music? I know you got the music ready.
John Legend, he is.
Nah, he get a pass. It's not.
I ain't gonna hold you. He probably dropped one of the most fire Christmas albums in like the last decade, maybe the last 20 years, bro. That
Johnny.
We might have called him sexiest nigga alive. Sexiest nigga alive. Whatever.
Whoa, hold on, though.
Pause. Throw me in jail. I'm already in jail behind the Bukkake shit. Whatever. Bukkake shit. Whatever. It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
You said Bukkake and dick?
Hey,
can we just move on to the next topic?
Go ahead and segue, boss. Go ahead and do your thing. Because we got it. Let's get into your topic.
Let's get into it. You know what?
We got some hot topics to get into.
We do. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I think off the show, not to gas like how well we're known or whatever. Like a few people have asked me my political opinion off the show. I know you guys have asked me my political opinion, but I would say this is probably gonna be, if not the last thing, one of the last things I'm gonna talk about regarding the 2020 election.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Kanye West just announced that he's gonna run. You know what I mean? Or that he wants to run for 2020 president. He announced a few years ago. He just hasn't actively campaigned. And I think a couple of years ago he said he would, or last year he said he was gonna go for 2024 as opposed to 2020. But yeah. Kanye West announced within July 4th actually that he was gonna run for president.
The whitest shit ever.
Yeah, right. Right. And I gotta say, first, before I continue, don't forget Kanye West is a billionaire and a multi-platinum artist. Very well known. Very well known.
Very.
So he announced, people feel however they feel. People are making whatever comments they want to make. Chance today, was it today or yesterday?
It was yesterday. I believe it was yesterday.
Yesterday, Chance asked a question and he was vilified for it. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was on his head. I'm gonna get into that in a sec.
Yeah,
Terry, I'll say before we get into what he asked,
Yeah.
let me say Terry Crews agreed with his statement and he reneged on that statement.
I saw that shit.
He reneged on that statement. To get into what Chance asked, Chance asked, are people more pro-Biden or anti-A? And he wanted to know why people wanted to vote for Joe Biden over Kanye West, and mentioned that he didn't feel the same way about Joe Biden when talking specifically about the candidate Kanye West over him. And people were on his head. People made it seem like he wasn't completely aware of what was going on in politics, which might be true. People kind of made it seem like his voting choice wasn't the best one, which, once again, might be true. Kanye West is not a politician. He's a billionaire, multi-platinum artist. Might not be the best candidate for president. Might not. Nobody, I'll say nobody really said why Joe Biden is a better candidate than Kanye West.
Right.
Not that.
I noticed that.
You know what I'm saying? Not that Joe Biden isn't, because obviously Joe Biden is a politician. Joe Biden's put things in place to prove that he might be a better president than somebody like Kanye West. But nobody from what I saw was willing to answer his question. And then when Terry Crews kind of jumped on the bandwagon, because he kind of doubled down on this point, and it said that, I understand where you guys are coming from. However, I just don't quite see that. Nobody was willing to give him an answer, and Terry Crews doubled down on it, and he completely reneged from it, at least publicly reneged from it. The reason this is going to be probably the last thing I want to say on politics is because Kanye West wanting to run, a lot of people said that was a vote for Trump. If you vote for Kanye West, that's a vote for Trump, right? But I think that's wrong, and I want anybody that's listening to don't abide by that. A vote for Trump is a vote for Trump. A vote for Biden is a vote for Biden. And a vote for Kanye West is a vote for Kanye West. The reason being is because Kanye West is a billionaire and a multi-platinum artist. You think he's going to take votes away from Biden? No, he's going to pull the motherfuckers that were not planning to vote at all, that fuck with Kanye West and been fucking with him for years. Maybe not since me, Freeway, fucking Cordon, fucking Kevy. Maybe not since we was fucking with him. Maybe not since we was fucking with a nigga. Maybe not since we was fucking with a nigga, but like since like Life of Pablo type shit. Like those motherfuckers that are old enough to vote. Like those are the people that you're gonna see Kanye West running and they're gonna vote for him. Not the people that was planning to vote for Biden.
Great time reference, by the way, too. Life of Pablo is that time where Kanye
Life of Pablo is that time, but honestly, like we heard the evolution up until Life of Pablo. Some people, that was the first album they ever heard, and they became fans after that.
That's true. Which is nuts. That's so nuts to me. But go ahead.
And and if you were 15 years old when that album came out, you're 20 years old now. You know what I'm saying? Or even older, maybe. So it's like you gotta once again, a vote for Kanye West is not a vote for Trump, and it's not taking away a vote from Biden. That is a vote for Kanye West, because Kanye West is big enough that the way the laws are set up, these niggas just passed a law that a state can go against the Electoral College if they don't go with the popular vote. Because in the last election, Hillary won a couple popular votes, and the Electoral College went against it and then voted for Donald Trump or somebody else, honestly. But the point is, they didn't vote for Hillary.
It happened to Al Gore in 2000. He
you know
won the popular vote over Bush.
You know what I'm saying? So Kanye West is a popular nigga. The nigga's a billionaire, multi-platinum artist. If he gets enough votes, he's not taking away a vote. That nigga's making a good case for why either he should be president or why he can run another election. All that the reason
that's all that's gonna do. That's all it's gonna do is just gonna give it, like, depending on how many votes he gets this year.
Exactly.
It's gonna determine if he runs in 2024. That's what's gonna happen.
Exactly. And like I think America might do right. It might have liked Biden, but on the off chance, like I want people that are considering voting for Biden to not go into the shit thinking like, oh,
yeah,
if this motherfucker not voting for Biden and that nigga's an idiot, like fuck that nigga. No, have a conversation with somebody. I'll be 1,000% honest. 1,000% honest. Me, Freeway, and Corey don't work at the same place. Kevin didn't want to work with us. 2016, we were all working in the exact same building. There were motherfuckers we worked with that told me that they either were voting for Trump or were not voting because they wanted to see what Trump would do. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas is, but hold on, no, not just because niggas are stupid.
Hold on. Can you name drop those people that said that?
No, I'm not gonna get a government. I'm not gonna get a government.
Please do so.
No, I'll give y'all personally the government. I'll give y'all personally the government.
Hold on, wait.
I'll give y'all personally the government. I'll say this. I'm gonna say this.
Davis on the stand.
Okay, do it.
Because I had
was one of them. Was one of them Brian Alvarado?
No, I can say that for a fact. To my face, you know what? And I'll go on record and say this because, like, outside of that nigga being a weirdo, a lot of times. That was one of the few people I talked to on a regular basis in fucking when we worked together. That nigga told me to my face he would not vote for Trump. And he used to joke around that I was going to vote for Trump because he was trying to he told me to my face he's going to vote for somebody else. Now, what that nigga did in the voting booth is what that nigga did. I don't know.
Okay.
But that nigga told me to my face. And I'll say, y'all niggas know me. Once again, people will walk up and talk to me about just about anything. And people done told me to my face. Now, Cordon, I'll say fairly recently, we saw the exact manager, you know what I mean, that told me that he might be voting for Trump or he wanted to see what Trump would do in office. But to move on, what I am going to say about that particular situation is that I realize is that me personally, I'm the type of person that people feel like they could talk to anything about. You know what I mean? They could that the conversation about Trump and what he's exactly doing in office and how people truly feel. And I mean, like, truly feel like whether, like, some people are not necessarily in the middle, but they're like just kind of like, I'm not fucking with him. You know what I mean? Like, that nigga did just enough for me not to fuck with him. So, like, I'm able to have those conversations with people, and I'm realizing that people are afraid to have those conversations with everybody because anytime they talk politics, it's, nah, if you're not voting for Biden, fuck you. If you're voting for Trump, fuck you. We got to get Trump out. But what I think, especially with Kanye West announcing that he's running, if people really, truly, wholeheartedly want Biden or want Trump out, they need to talk to people and find out what exactly they want out of a president and what exactly they want out of policies and what exactly they want out of government. And then from there, be like, okay, well, what candidate do you think represents that the most? And then see why they think that. And if you disagree, then you disagree. Like, you know what I mean? We go to the voting booth and we figure it out. But at the very least, you're able to have that conversation. You're able to have that discourse and you're able to figure it out. So then every election, we're not running into shit where it's like people are telling you they're going to vote for Biden or people are telling you they're going to vote Democrat. And then somehow, some way, Kanye West gets real high. Before we even continue the rest of this conversation, all three of y'all niggas, I need y'all to tell me if it's Joseph Biden, Donald Trump, or Kanye West in a contest involving popular vote from Americans.
Yeah.
Is Joe Biden even standing a chance?
Nah, he's gonna come in third. Coming in third in that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta have a conversation with these motherfuckers, like, because niggas will tell y'all we're all black men. Like, people will tell us to our face, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go vote for like Joe Biden because, you know, Black Lives Matter. But they will not do it when they get to the booth.
A lot of the conversations that I had too about all this is people don't really know the reason why they're voting for Biden. They're voting for him just because they want Trump out. And I tell people all the time, like, don't just vote for someone because you want another person out. You got to make sure you vote because that person stands on the same side of the street as you. You know? Like, don't just vote for somebody just because you don't like the other person. That's some petty ass fucking shit. Like actually learn what the other person is trying to do for you, and then you could speak on it. Because shit, for all we know, you go vote for Biden just because you want Trump out, and Biden just continues the same thing he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you have to know exactly what you're getting yourself into.
Just in a democratic way. That's
exactly.
How
so that's why people have to really learn about politics and local law and all that kind of stuff. Because I think a lot of the problem that's going on with people learning to vote is the attention span thing. People's attention span isn't long enough anymore for them to sit there and learn and listen about something new. They just want all the information. Everybody has been so accustomed to Vine, Instagram, TikTok,
everything being
Facebook.
Right there. There.
But you know what?
And everyone's head is like, if it's not a minute video or a 2-3 minute video, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to listen to it because I got other shit to do, even though they're really not doing anything.
You know what though? To even play devil's advocate. Honestly, they set it up that way. I don't know if y'all niggas ever watched C-SPAN, but unless you're really trying to pay attention, that shit is boring in the motherfucker.
It is.
That shit is boring in the motherfucker. And honestly speaking, not that the government should make laws like entertaining or like make niggas wanna, but we need to start kind of holding these celebrities accountable, because ballotpedia.org is a website that I've been going on since 2016. Anytime I got to vote, you just type in your county or your state or whatever. Yep. And they'll tell you everything, and the election you want to vote in, they'll tell you everything that's supposed to be on that motherfucker. You can research it, and it's bipartisan info. So it's not just Democrats, it's not just Republican, it's not just it's exactly what that shit is if you vote yes, if you vote no. But not enough people know about that because they do not try to make that shit sexy, because they want to pass laws that fuck with you. You know what I mean? Anybody, and this is the biggest reason. You know what? This is the biggest reason why I'm gonna cease all political talk, because I'm low key tired of it. Like y'all niggas know me. No, hold on, peep. Freeway, fucking Cordon, fucking nigga, fucking Kevy. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas know I've been on that political shit for a minute. You know what I mean? And it's getting frustrating. You know what I mean? To see the lot of things that are being said and a lot of the way people are looking and acting towards it. So I'm trying to give y'all the keys that I got. You know what I mean? Because I want to see people that don't want to be informed. You know what I mean? Try to get into this shit, and I want to see exactly how y'all feel and exactly how y'all think. Because I said it before, you know what I mean? If you choose not to vote, hold on, let me go on record and say this before niggas move on. If you choose not to vote, that is not a vote either way. If niggas tell you that's a vote for Trump or that's a vote, no, it's not. Because look, if you choose not to vote, if you're listening to me and you're listening to this show, that means that you researched the candidates more than anybody on this motherfucker did. Myself, anybody else on this motherfucker. So you know exactly why. Exactly. You know exactly why you're not voting. So if you want to choose not to vote, find out exactly why you don't want to vote. You know what I mean? If not, vote. You know what I mean? People ask me all the time who I might vote for in November. As far as y'all concerned, is Biden. You know what I mean? Niggas want to go the same way I'm going, vote Biden. If not, research. And if I change my mind, I change my mind. But change your mind and do exactly what you want to do. Unlearn everything, and don't let anybody tell you exactly the way to move. You know what I mean? That's all I really got for politics.
No, it's a fact. Like, for real, and that website, that website you mentioned,
Ballotpedia,
Ballotpedia.org.
We got to make sure we add it into like the description.
I will.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Like,
let's
on YouTube, and on YouTube and all that. Let's make sure they add it so people can go on to it and like learn to educate themselves on the shit. Yeah, so that's a good plug right there.
This is the best plug. That nigga playing anything. Hold on. Can we throw
this shit, my bad, boss.
Now it's his bad.
What you listening to?
I was still on the
You know what? This nigga don't want to go to jail, but before the fucking show, that nigga was playing this fucking
I was playing Division.
Playlist or some weirdo shit. Oh, Division.
I was listening to Division before I even started.
Hey, listen, Dixon. Be respectful about Division. Division is nice.
Thank you.
Be respectful.
This nigga here.
Weirdo niggas go.
It's
R&B. What are you talking about?
They're affiliated with R&B. They're affiliated with Drake.
I don't listen. I don't fuck with Drake. Y'all niggas know I don't fuck with Drake. Don't start this shit with me.
Relax.
Don't start this shit with me. Don't start this shit with me, please, dog. That nigga weirdo.
All right, we're gonna be the first. Wearing house sweaters.
Yeah. But anywho, bro, goddamn, y'all wanted to get into something a little bit less political, correct? I don't know what this nigga Dixon is doing. I actually should have just cut his whole.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
Yeah,
it's a lot going on.
Something a little less political that's going on right now, but it's still kind of political. Is the NBA and all of these sports niggas restarting and all of that shit. and the NBA niggas being in a bubble in Orlando, and the NBA niggas complaining about being in a bubble in Orlando, and the shit is coming off. Yeah, and the shit is coming off like Jay Williams said from ESPN. Shit's coming off hella tone deaf. You niggas in $1 billion bubble on a resort in Orlando, Florida. You're getting paid millions of dollars to be there, and you're complaining about getting some goddamn hotel food that you didn't like.
These niggas.
Nigga, hold on. So let me clarify that. Let me clarify that hotel food.
Now I'm just ranting.
The hotel food thing. Those meals that they posted is because the nutritionists of teams told the chefs from the place that they have to eat a certain amount of calories in certain hours. So they're getting those portions and those meals like every other hour or something. So those meals look that way because that's how they're being scaled for them to eat. They're not getting the one big ass fucking meal anymore. Now they're just feeding them constantly, but very small meals. So it looks weird to them. So when that picture came out and it looked like they were in fucking Rikers Island, and like that was in there, it was a shock value thing because that's how they're going to be eating now for the next few months. That's how the nutritionists are setting it up.
But and with that makes more sense. Yeah. But to have niggas like, I saw. Hey man.
What
are you doing?
Hey,
who, me?
Shit, nigga.
Are you watching anime porn? What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm watching hentai. You know what? I was trying to research. I forgot what Bukake, what it really looked like. So I was looking. It's a lot going on. You know what? I know we're gonna get into that NBA shit.
Send him to jail right now.
I'll say my life COVID during quarantine has been ridiculous, bro. Like the last maybe 2 months of my life, it's just been on the go. This shit is absurd.
This nigga interrupted our NBA talk to talk Bukake in his last 2 months.
I'm just saying. I mean, y'all niggas interrupted y'all own NBA talk. This shit don't come up if I don't speak. You know what I'm saying?
No, nigga, you interrupted with your anime porn playing. He had his anime porn playing, and
you talking about? I'll tell my roommate. My roommate was making a beat. I'll tell that nigga to stop. Don't get on his head though. I'm gonna tell that nigga y'all told him he was trash. That nigga gonna fuck y'all up. that nigga part of MS-13. That nigga gonna kill somebody.
Whoa! You're a snitching.
Ain't nobody snitching. Y'all didn't.
This guy came on here and snitched.
Freeway started the show talking about we outside, talking about I'm snitching. Nigga, eat a dick. You was snitching.
Man, I would rather be outside than to say what no nut shit you just
get back in that motherfucking NBA talk.
Bottom line, what Jimmy was saying makes sense for how they're feeding the NBA players. I think what most people and I'm sure most of us all feel this way. For multi-millionaire ass niggas to be essentially everything that Jason Williams said, you get paid to go to Orlando to stay in a place where it essentially protects you from the outside world. Literally, that's what the bubble is. You know what I mean? You don't have other working class Americans who have that luxury of going to work and being protected. You don't have other Americans, white, black, doesn't matter, going to work who have the luxury of looking in their goddamn bank account and seeing millions of dollars there.
It's true. And insurance. Like if God forbid one of them niggas contract COVID, they got the means to
like he is calling from this nigga sound like Max B on the phone. He calling from Rikers.
I thought I could call from Rikers. Hold on. Hey, I got my mic.
Who's the nigga Huey that just got tucked?
Yeah.
What song did he? What
the
song
pop
did he make?
Baby Huey, pop lock and drop it.
It sounded like he was just about to make the pop lock and drop it beat.
He got pop locked and dropped. That's what happened.
That's true. Hey,
no, I'm gonna tell this nigga to stop because that nigga, I don't want to put him a bag on. I don't want him to put a bag on y'all head.
Yeah,
y'all niggas not even from here.
People that he's gonna put a bag on, it probably cuts my hair. I'm good.
Yo,
hey, bottom line, niggas is complaining right now. We're not trying to hear that. To be quite honest, I don't know if I might be one of the few people. Sports shouldn't even be coming back right now anyways. it's pointless for it to be coming back right now.
I don't know. I watch soccer, bro, and that shit's been. I mean, soccer, like overseas soccer, like where the places are safe and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So niggas can come back, and that shit is entertaining.
The NBA, the MLB, the NFL, all of these niggas really should have just fucking just chilled out this year. It's just right now.
They're gonna be selling Dodger dogs next week.
I know.
Yeah, niggas is trying to come back. That's really crazy. Baseball trying to come back. They closed down the testing center to do a scrimmage.
That's funny as fuck. They was like, yo, fuck all y'all. Y'all can die. We're going to go play some fucking baseball.
But we're going to go play baseball. And we're going to go play basketball. We're going to go play football. These niggas are, they're multimillionaires, billionaires, all of. But these dudes are still like they're still at risk. Russell Westbrook, he's
got the Ronaldo.
Like niggas are not like immune to this just because they're professional athletes or millionaires or billionaires. You're not immune to this shit. You can get it too. Putting people at risk in a state where the coronavirus is still running rampant does not make sense to me.
Hold on. Period. Don't say running rampant. Don't say running rampant because that's not true. That's not true at all. That's completely false. That's a fabrication. That's because the facts. No, hold on. The facts. It's not running rampant. That motherfucker lives there. That's his residence. That's the hometown. Everybody thinks the finals is gonna be some type of Eastern kind of Western. No. It's gonna be whoever wins the league versus El Ronaldo versus COVID-19 versus Ronaldinho. They're going against the Rona, bro.
They're going against the fucking Rona. Period. They're going against the Rona. It's not. It's finished.
Yo, all these NBA players complaining about the situation that they've been in those hotels just shows how when you get money, how you get desensitized from real life. A lot of those guys grew up in the same situations that they're in right now, confined to a small room, eating meals like that on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, they're getting paid millions of dollars to do it. And they find a way to fucking complain about it. It just proves that when you have a certain amount of money and you move away from your natural habitat, from your natural, from your people, and you move into a neighborhood with people that don't even fucking like you, you completely start looking at everybody else like, oh shit, y'all do that? Y'all eat that? Like,
hey, but can I ask something?
What up?
Realistically, let's say not even hypothetically, because I was talking to Knife about this shit today. When niggas get the bag, you know what I mean? When this podcast blows up and niggas like move on, and then we all have like our own children and start our own.
I'm not having no raggedy ass kids. Okay, go ahead.
Well, Corey might not even need to, so we're glad you said that shit, bro. Like you are doing a service to humanity.
I don't want a goddamn kid nowhere.
Running around.
I don't want not a rascal. I don't want a not a nothing.
This nigga.
I'm gonna practice though.
This nigga. You know what I mean though. Hold on. Yeah.
I'm a goddamn practice.
Hold on. Don't do that.
Go ahead.
When niggas have their own season shit, if our kids shouldn't our kids feel like they should be able to enjoy like luxuries? You know what I mean? Like say they're in a situation where they live in like a big ass house or they live in like a situation that's like lavish, all considered. Should they not feel like they should enjoy that, or should they not feel like they should keep that fucking? Pretty much, should they not feel like they should live in that joy? You know what I'm saying? Like, should they live in that truth?
Live in your joy. Go ahead, Jimmy. What you got?
I'm not gonna say no. I'm just gonna say that there's a reason why those people that have that amount of money, there's a reason why they're the 1%, because that's not real life. 1% of everything is not real life. There's still 99% of other people that live in other conditions. That's what real life is. The 1%, those people, that's not life. That's why when they come out to the real world and they interact with people like us, they're like, oh shit, like what's wrong with y'all? Like y'all dress like this, y'all look like this, y'all talk like this, y'all eat this, y'all live here. It's like, yeah, because you're completely secluded in your one little bubble of people with money that you forget how the outside world looks.
And some of them niggas, and quiet as kept, they all got more money than me. But some of them niggas ain't got as much money as they on here as they be talking about to make it to try to be, a part of this class that they're not, because you're not LeBron James, you're not Kevin Durant, you're not James Harden, you're not Michael Jordan, whoever. You're not them. Those niggas are good forever. you niggas are still climbing that ladder. So the thing you should do is not alienate your fan base or alienate people from wanting to work with you or sign you because you seem to be, you know, all too good to be working in certain conditions. Yeah. Like, nigga, you gonna be back at the Y in a few weeks if you keep playing. You're gonna be at the Y. You're gonna be running pickup with Kevy Baby. So you know.
You're gonna be in the 24. You're gonna be in the 24-hour.
You're gonna be in 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, he's gonna be wearing that exact same shirt too. Shirt and the glasses. Talking about pass me the ball, youngin. It's me. Let me show you how to do it, youngin.
You're gonna be. Yeah,
this how you do it. This how you play. This how you play big ball.
You're gonna be running pickup at Fairfax High.
If I pull up to the park and I see Kevin in that shirt and sunglasses getting shots up with some fucking kids, I'm walking right away. I'm like, what the fuck?
In my bird.
Talking about 1976, he was the greatest high school player of all time.
He played in Chucks like Corey?
Huh?
He played in Chucks like Corey? Remember when Corey said
Cordon said his whole ACL rolled up like a tissue paper.
Listen, I was out there in the Chucks, nigga. Goddamn Bob Cousy, nigga, for real. I was really out there, nigga.
We're gonna call him.
Bob Cousy was white.
I was out there like Bob Cousy, nigga. Man, and I had the black ones too, so they kind of faded after a while, so they started looking purple a little bit.
Corey was out there like scam Cousy.
Man, look, bottom line is NBA niggas, y'all niggas need to tighten up. Stop complaining about certain things. I understand complaining, like Jason Williams said, complaining about coronavirus, complaining about social injustice. Those are things that make sense. But right now, given the current climate, complaining about your living situation, even though your living situation in a bubble is still far better than a lot of people's.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Uncle Sam had to cash me out on unemployment for me to feel like exactly. Oh yeah, them niggas kind of got a fucked up living situation. Like I had to get cashed the fuck out for me to be like, oh yeah, them niggas living kind of a little bit fucked up.
Exactly. Y'all niggas need to. If any of you NBA niggas even listening, y'all niggas need to hold off on some of your complaints because you sound.
Hey, if any of them NBA niggas listening, come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show so we can tell you.
Stop listening to the Miseducated podcast without trying to come on the show, nigga. What the
fuck? And but
don't let us speak for you.
That's all I got to say on that one, bro. That was really the only thing I want to get off my chest because it's like, damn, y'all niggas already coming back. Like half the time, niggas don't even really want to watch it right now because they're worried about are they gonna be tucked the next day from coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean,
you fucking sinking niggas out there on the arc trying to shoot threes right now, nigga.
Yeah, bro, that's just so weird to me, bro. Like it just because of how dangerous it is in Florida right now, it's kind of like
you're in Florida, nigga.
But it's not even the fact that they're complaining. It's the fact that they're not even listening. One guy just has to be quarantined because he crossed the line to go pick up his food. Another guy, did you see the picture that came out? There's shorties has been invited to go get smacked.
Now,
I think she's lying. I think she's lying.
I don't know if that's cap, boy.
But where
I don't know if that's cap.
It's
quarantine that made people think it different during quarantine, man.
No, the only reason I'm saying that she's lying is that why would she be the only girl to come out and air somebody out? You know?
True.
She's not if they are hitting girls up, all these girls will be joking about that shit on a timeline because they can't go anyways. So
they can't go in that damn place.
They can't go. So they're gonna be on the timeline and they're gonna be like, oh shit, like guess who just invited me here. So
I just ran it.
All the attention she wanted.
Mm-hmm. That ain't no cap. Yo, NBA niggas out there do better. But moving right the fuck along, staying on the topic of niggas out there getting tucked and shit like that, because coronavirus is still tucking niggas. If y'all didn't know, here, PSA, COVID-19 is still out here sending niggers to...
man, play the fucking music. Nah, don't do this. Anybody else's nigga. Dun dun.
Hey, hold on.
Dun dun. Play that motherfucker, dog. Play that motherfucker, dog. Let's hear it.
Hey, listen.
Nah, we'll sing it. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Hey, hold up.
Hey.
No, come and get him.
What the fuck is COVID at?
COVID is still out here.
The hard ER and civil unrest. That's crazy.
Listen. Hold on. All I'm trying to say is COVID is still sending niggas to the hospital. COVID is still there are still people not coming home, or if they do come home, they'll never be the same because some of these effects, or they don't even know if they're permanent or not.
You know, I'll say I know a couple people who's like they got fam that's like on permanent respirators.
Yes, bro.
Whether they come off quarantine or not, whether COVID gets cured or not, they're gonna be on a respirator or like a breathing tube or like some type of assisted breathing for the rest of their life. You know,
all the nigga got to do is go. All the nigga got to go do is unplug it, and they're finished.
Yeah, you can trip on that bitch and they dead.
Look, boss. Look, hey, no, let me tell you. Listen. It's the harsh ass reality. This is the harsh.
We're just gonna move past that.
This is the harsh
that a motherfucker
reality
could trip on a breathing tube and it's quiet. They tuck
and it's quiet. It is.
Okay. Big bet.
Hey, now that person is permanently quiet.
Big bet.
Listen, and
just let me know what streaming service this episode going on because it ain't going on YouTube.
Hey, hold on. All I was because I know some. I do know some people who contracted the virus. And one person was able to, quarantine and get back to his normal health, which is great. Not everybody has that luxury, you know what I mean? So for some people to, like me and Jimmy were talking about, for some people to still be out here treating this shit like a hoax, making it seem like I don't need no mask, and white people, that's mainly the people who are out here bitching and moaning about not wearing a mask. See, you talking about me, but this nigga here is really the one who, for episodes on end, Dixon is the main one who's gonna get us canceled.
I'm gonna get us canceled with the crackers. That don't matter. That's not even canceled. That just means real niggas fuck with us, and the crackers cancel us. For real.
That's it, bro. Like niggas gotta, NBA players got to do a better job, and people have to stop acting like this shit is just done. This shit is not done. We are still in phase one. We're not even out of these. We're not even in these phases.
Niggas was just playing about the phase 2 shit. We not out of phase 1.
We're not out of phase 1, bro. Like, and this shit is still like you. It's still just as it's still as easy to get now as it was in March and April. And niggas talking about with the summer and all of that shit. Summer has not zapped the fucking virus away, nigga. This shit is only feel like it's mutating and grown stronger. So why is it that people are still just man? Look, I'm getting pissed off because a lot of the shit that, like a lot of these phases that we could have probably already been on, we probably could have been there if certain people would have taken this more seriously. We might have been a little bit further along. That's it. That's really all I got to say. We probably could have had a better, more promising summer and fall if people would have taken it seriously earlier.
Yeah, people are too especially when you drive.
That's it.
Especially when you drive down to the Florida of California, which is Orange County.
Orange County, where Dixon's from.
I'm not from. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
As soon as you drive to Florida of California, and you see all those bastards down there doing what the fuck they want.
I don't know what the fuck they're ever doing in Orange County, to be quite honest.
Don't you live by Orange County?
Orange County, they really they live by they're in a completely different world.
But you know what? To give a little history on Orange County and anything outside of LA County is a bit more. It's a bit closer to like small town mentality.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever's going on like within that sort of city, you know what I mean? That's all they kind of consider. So like they don't really see a lot of those outside issues. I don't know if like Victorville and Palmdale is in Orange County, but I want to say like that's closer to that area. They're not.
No,
I don't know.
Palmdale. Is.
I don't know. Y'all niggas know.
That's north.
Nigga, you from here? How don't you know this?
You know what? I live in a bubble. It's called LA County or LA.
Yeah, that shit is north.
Anything past like the 110, you know what I'm saying? Like that's you got to give me the directions, dog.
This nigga Dave lives in Newark.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm on a Zoom from Newark, bro.
Hey, David lives in Perth Amboy.
Hey. But
me and Kevin was chilling in VA.
Speaking of Newark, well, it's not really Newark. But speaking of niggas who were tucked, damn, I had a segue that would have been perfect, but it would have been.
There's a lot of niggas we talked about that were tucked this episode.
Yeah, but Pop Smoke and Juice WRLD, them niggas released albums recently.
Now we talking about tucked. Wow, that was a different type of segue.
Hold on, wait, listen.
So I mentioned motherfucking Rodney King, and y'all niggas on my head about that nigga being tough.
Hey,
this nigga bringing Pop Smoke like this nigga ain't died like 3-4 months ago.
Bro,
that shit don't still hurt.
I'm only bringing this up because we were supposed to be talking about new music from these two niggas mainly because they're like the two highest charting artists right now. I think. Period. It doesn't matter of any genre. Okay. And then both of them are both unfortunately no longer alive. Physically, that is.
Unfortunately.
For Pop Smoke album,
physically,
all 19 songs. All 19 songs are within the top 100.
Top
like
100.
All of them are within the top 100 with like 5 of them in the top 20. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's nuts, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And I saw something. I think it was. Who was it? Hip Hop by the Numbers. I know we follow them on IG and on Twitter. Hip Hop by the Numbers. They you know how they are. They give like specific breakdowns. Them niggas are like for real scientists when it comes to shit. They did some math from Juice WRLD, like how this nigga has been since he passed away up until this past Friday with his new album. His new album is gonna do like, what was it, Jimmy? Like over 400K or something like that in the first week.
What?
Oh, Tuck World?
Juice, yeah. Oh, see that?
Oh.
Hey, yo, we're not getting no bags.
That was it. Y'all, so at this point, if y'all niggas want to fire me to get the bag, do it, because then I might get in my own bag. I don't know if y'all niggas gonna get hired.
Hey, listen, hold on.
No, he's selling. I think first week he's going like 475,000.
It's like 475.
Hey, and can you explain the somebody mentioned some Billboard shit before the show?
Oh
yeah.
The whole Billboard thing, but like before I get into that, just like about Pop Smoke album, just how good it was, like posthumously or humously, however you say that shit.
Hummus, he's finished.
So after that nigga had some hummus.
Post hummus or humously?
After he had some hummus.
Hummus in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
I want to hear how Kevy is post hummusly after he's had hummus in the fridge.
So, just considering how good the album is, with him not being around to finish it, and you could tell a lot of the features didn't belong. Like a lot of the guys, you could tell that those features were put on the album after the fact. So
hey, I did find out that I ain't cutting you, but I did find out that "Snitching" was a Quavo song that he gave to Pop Smoke. That's why it sounds.
That's why that album is trash.
Okay.
That's why that song is trash.
Yeah,
I thought you like that album is trash.
Finished.
No.
You was fucking with it 2 weeks ago.
No, not the album.
I was gonna say the album went trash. If you don't fuck with that song, you don't fuck with that song.
No. That song is the song to me is trash because the song felt like it didn't belong. It was out of place. It felt like the song, because if you listen to it, fucking Pop Smoke had like 4 bars on that shit.
Yeah.
So it felt like the song didn't belong on it. But just like all the other songs on the album with the features and the production and all that, like it was very well produced. It was well put together considering everything that like he wasn't there. He wasn't there to like actually finish the songs and like the features to be organic with him, you know? So
yeah.
And that's why I like the album so much, because it still sounded good with everything considered. That's why I like it so much.
I thought it was a pretty good album itself.
And you know what sucks the most too? That we're not gonna be able to go outside and listen to For the Night and Meet the Woo.
I've been saying me and Kev been saying that since with Don Toliver's album in March, and Uzi's like, damn, we can't even really listen to these albums the way that they were supposed to be listened to, like outside of the crib, like live concert type shit, you know. And we can't do that with Pop Smoke. I mean, of course, because he's not here to perform it live. Around, we can't even really enjoy it at like a live concert venue where they may be playing it because niggas are not taking coronavirus seriously still. So,
bro, it's like it's really crazy. It's really crazy to think about. Like, Pop really never went on a tour. Like, this would have been his tour, and we're never going to see that.
On a tour?
Nah, man.
He didn't even open for it.
Not on the scale he probably would have been on with
this album.
I mean, because honestly, with this album, I would have thought with his last tape, he would have at least been opening for a nigga. Truthfully.
No, I think he opened for people. I think he opened. He just never went on tour. Like, he never did. He never promoted a mixtape or an album and like went to different venues and did songs. But he probably opened up for certain people. But we're never gonna be able to get to see that. And like with the songs on this album, like, can you imagine that shit like in a fucking stadium, like everybody singing along to this shit. Everybody like fucking woo walking and people fighting and doing all types of shit.
Even the give me your number and that's that. Like that. If you was with your joint at like a fucking concert and that shit came on, it might be like, you know what I mean?
That song never been now. That's the one that the chicks on social media have been running with.
That song is hard though. Give me your number.
No, it's fire. The song is fire, but that's their song. Anytime they hear about people are like we've talked about for the longest, man. People are infatuated with exotic, light skin, all of that stuff. They hear that. That's what they automatically adapt to, regardless. It doesn't matter. I mean, song is fire, but people are gonna adapt to that one because he said something about light skinned women, fat asses, and tats.
But
we like that. We like all of that. But
hold on a second. Before someone listens to this and says that Pop Smoke was a colorist, no. Uh-oh. In another song, he said, "I like them dark skin. I love the melanin." So let's just clear that up.
Actually. I know.
He did say that up because on Twitter a couple of days ago, I saw someone mentioning that he was a colorist, and I was like, he made a whole song talking about dark skinned women. So let's not do that. Yeah, the whole colorist shit, like people are really wilding out on social media with it, and I understand where it comes from. I understand why people are upset with it, but like, let's calm down because there are people that have advocated for dark-skinned women or just women in general. Have advocated for them, but people choose to ignore that they're advocating for women in general, and they're like, "Oh, you got to specify what woman you're talking about." And it's like, "Yo, come on, dog! Like now we got to specify who we're talking about." Like, if somebody's standing for something, if somebody likes one particular type, like now he got to go out and say what type he's exactly infatuated with or that he likes. You know, like you can't just have general statements anymore. And that's why I say there's no in between anymore. It's either you decide or you hate. There's no in between anymore.
You know what? I'm gonna bring up something. I talked to you about it in the chat. Because of that recent Twitter controversy, where I was like, you gotta try to offend everybody, not a single person. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think that's really it.
When we got fucking hemmed up by Twitter.
Hemmed up by Twitter, bro. Or y'all got hemmed up by Twitter. I ain't got hemmed up by Twitter yet. Having that shit logged into my account had me thinking I was hemmed up on Twitter a couple times.
That was that nigga down there.
That was Freeway, yeah. But you know what? That's you know what? It's telling because I think you can't. The way we have opinions on this show, we can't have that on social media. Just because, I'm sorry, excuse me.
That's why we have this show.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why we have the show. But it's because you can't have a it almost can't be super specific to where people can respond to it and be like, well, why do you think that this, or why do you think that, or why do you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't even something as simple as like, is Will Smith a cuckold? You know what I mean? That we had in the beginning of the show. But as simple as that, if you ask that question, as I said with Chance the Rapper, when he asked a very, very valid question about Joe Biden and Donald Trump to black voters, because that's obviously who he's talking to, him asking that question, he got vilified. So if we were to go on Twitter, like with just the few followers we got talking about do you think Will Smith's a cuckold? They'd be like, well, what's wrong with a cuckold? Why can't somebody be a cuckold? If they love their wife and they want to see another nigga fuck their wife, why can't they want to see that? And you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We laughing, but we laughing because it's absurd on the show. We laughing, you know what I'm saying? We laughing because it's absurd on the show, but on Twitter, like, there's no 3-4 niggas sitting there laughing with you about some shit like that when you mention that comment. No, like you mention that comment on Twitter. If you get one retweet, that's one nigga fucking with you. If you get 1,000 retweets, that's 1,000 niggas fucking with you. If you get 2,000 replies of niggas not fucking with you, you fucked up. You know what I mean? So it's a thing where it's like, I really feel like if you on social media and you trying to have an opinion about something, just don't even try to have the real specific opinion like about XYZ. Just go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But also speaking of, hold on, before we speak of other tuck niggas, hey, what Dixon and Kev, what y'all think of the Pop Smoke album? I don't know if y'all listen to Juice WRLD. I skimmed through. I
listened to Juice WRLD.
I haven't listened to Juice WRLD. That's not really my like.
Yeah, that's not my vibe.
That I go down, but I respect what he did.
You said, hold on. You said that's not your lean or your lane? Because if you said lean, you were finished.
No. That's not my. No, it's not my lane. It's not my lane. That's not really my lane that I choose to go down to when I want to listen to music. But like from people that I've spoken to that were fans of his and liked his music, apparently he was really good. They really loved him. They respected him, and he spoke to a certain crowd that I thought
he was a pretty talented cat. Yeah, I thought he was pretty talented.
Yeah, from the few songs I've heard of him, he was pretty talented. He has one song that I really like. It was the joint with that album he did with Future. It was the intro.
7 a.m. freestyle.
World on Drugs.
The intro to that album, I really like the intro to that album with him and Future. That joint was really good. Like he had a few joints that I really fucked with, but he was.
Then he had, of course, he had Lucid Dreams and shit. Like those are like that's even though Sting came and stripped everything away from him,
just fucking took it from him. But like just he affected a lot. He affected a lot of people's lives positively, and that's a good thing.
Did.
A lot of people loved him.
So
I can't.
That's true.
I won't take nothing from Juice WRLD. I'll say this though. I listen to Pop Smoke album. I've been playing a lot of like video games lately. Last couple weeks. That nigga Pop Smoke's album been getting me through every 2K game, every game of Grand Theft Auto. That shit slap. That shit
it's hard.
That shit slaps.
What you say, Kev? You didn't ran through it a few times, huh?
Yeah, I actually did. And I was questioning in the slow songs at first, but now I'm just like, I'm realizing that we need it. And then there's a reason why artists do the slow songs for the females. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, because I personally was like 50. James said the other day, Get Rich or Die Trying is 50's best work. I mean, it's obvious. So
commercially, yeah.
You inspired this kid to be just like you. Have people saying you're the next him, blah, blah, blah. His flow is kind of similar. And you're not going to get on no nut ass. You're not going to get on 4-4 Bulldog and rap. You have one more chance.
That's what I was really hoping 50 was on. That's what I was thinking.
I'm sick and tired of this motherfucking Chris Money shirt ass 50 just talking about hoes and it's cool, Fifth, but I need you to many men a nigga just one more time in life before I go to bed and get tucked myself.
Nah, man, but you know what? I was on that same thing that Kev said. I was on that same thing, but you know what I realized about these rich folks, like. They're mostly just rapping about now what they go through on a daily basis. Like 50 doesn't relate to that street life shit anymore. Like he's not gonna talk about it anymore because he's not living it. Like if he's not really outside like that anymore, like fighting people, shooting people. He's not getting shot at. He's not getting his life threatened. So like to him right now, all 50 can rap about is bitches on Instagram, his money, his trash ass TV show Power. And then, like, you know.
Oh, it's trash now? Hold on. It's trash now? It's trash now? Power trash? This nigga told me I need to watch that whole shit. This nigga told me I need to watch that whole shit.
No. The only reason
we about to get into shows in a sec.
The only reason I told you to go watch Power is because we all did it. That's the only reason I fucking told you to go watch Power. Because
niggas is talking about watch Book 2 on some bullshit. I watched it because I got the Stars Blood.
I'm gonna watch Book 2 because I'm a fucking masochist. And I fucking love 50. So I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna watch the show because I fuck with 50. He's one of my favorite rappers. So just as bad as the acting is on the show, when Book 2 comes out, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna watch it.
You know what? And that's my thing.
Ghost is alive.
That's my thing with Power, bro. I don't think that
Ghost is fucking Jada Pinkett Smith.
Hey. Hold on. That's before we segue.
Ghost is gonna be on the Red Table Talk next week.
Hey,
I hope so.
He's gonna talk about Angela.
Angela, goddamn. And that's the thing. I don't think the acting on Power was bad at all. I just think that the writing started to get bad and lazy. That was it. I don't think it was really necessarily the acting. Because I think that Omari Hardwick is a great actor.
He's good. He was the best one.
Yeah. I think that even some of the, like when they had Lorenz Tate and some of these other people come in, like these are seasoned like yeah. It's just the writing got really lazy.
Like
yeah,
Tasha is a terrible actor. Lala is a terrible actor. Angela was a terrible actor.
Hey, Lala's in the Shy now with that butt.
That fucking hind pot.
Hey, since we're talking about stars, we're talking about shows. Everybody watch P-Valley?
Oh. Hold on, nigga.
Fucking quiet for y'all. It is quiet for y'all.
No, Kev,
you talking about Little Murder?
I told niggas to watch it because I'm like, look, this is gonna be a ratchet ass nigga show.
It's not bad though. Don't do that. It's not gonna be a ratchet ass show.
No.
It's gonna be a good show about ratchet shit.
Check it out. Ratchet does not always mean bad, obviously. You know, niggas get ratchet. Like back down south, niggas say you get ratchet. It can go both ways. You can either mean a good thing or a bad thing. Some niggas getting ratchet like Hurricane Chris. He's going to the fucking big house.
Yo, Hurricane
that nigga doing some time.
Asleep somewhere.
That nigga doing some time.
Hey, some niggas get ratchet and it goes left. But and speaking of other niggas who goddamn out here fucking got tucked. I mean, R.I.P. to Marlo. Goddamn R.I.P. to Naya Rivera. You know those.
Yeah, rest in peace, Naya Rivera. She just
those
died.
are two big. Those are two big things.
Yo, rest in peace. What's that nigga from the Crime Time WWE? Shaq Gaspard. He was in God of War. Stuntman too.
A lot of niggas.
Hey,
dying out here,
why Freeway got that conspiracy do-rag? That nigga fake died by body water too. They couldn't find his body for a bit. Shaq Gaspard.
Oh,
I think his name is Shaq, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Shaq Gaspard, something like that. I feel like this nigga name rhymed.
That's crazy. That is nuts.
Freeway got the conspiracy bandana on, so I'll let him take that if you want.
Oh yeah, before you walked away, I was just touching on Naya Rivera getting tucked in Lake Piru and Juice.
Can we start? Is there another way we could talk about people dying?
in Marlo in Atlanta getting popped. So unfortunately,
very unfortunate.
All of this and listeners and viewers, clearly we all know how to be serious here too. Clearly, this is just how we joke amongst each other. But niggas out here dying, man, it's unfortunate. Like it's happening, you know, and unfortunately, people are dying at for unforeseen circumstances. You know, like Naya Rivera, she saves her son, and you know, unfortunately, she doesn't make it back up. Marlo is in his hometown, which a lot of times people who get shot and killed are in their hometown. Who else got shot and killed in their hometown? Nipsey Hussle got shot and killed in L.A. Pop Smoke didn't get shot and killed in New York, but it was some niggas who were clearly probably connected to New York in some way. Probably.
No, they're all from here. They're all from L.A. All of them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think he posted his address or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I know.
It was
Mike
Camiri that got him killed.
Who?
It was Mike Camiri's fault. Yeah, it was Mike Camiri's fault that Pop Smoke died because Mike Camiri sent him a package, and he posted the package that he sent him, and he had the address on it. So then when he put the address on it, people pulled up.
Camiri.
So blame Mike Camiri. Blame Mike
Fucking
Camiri.
Mike
God
Camiri.
damn.
Shout out Mike Camiri.
But shouted him out. I'd be saying blame him.
Hey, hold on. But but we were gonna segue to shows. Yeah, Kev watched P Valley. Me and Dixon watching it. Like, look, certain shows like that, just like Power. Power is a show for Power is.
It's not bad.
That, like, even if it's not necessarily the best written show or acted show, we need shows like that for Black culture. We need them. I mean, P Valley is talking about exactly, and with Pussy Valley, because that's what it is, as we all know. It's about strip clubs, the strip club culture in Memphis, down south. Like a lot of stuff that was happening in well, some people were going from Mississippi to Memphis, which is not, it doesn't take long to do. A lot of people from Mississippi will go to Memphis whenever they leave Mississippi. If they don't go to like Louisiana or Texas, they'll just go north to Memphis. They won't go to Alabama because why would the fuck would you want to go from Mississippi to Alabama? I've never understood why niggas would want to do that.
Why do you want to go to Alabama
in general? Backwards. Like hustling backwards.
But no, the show is, I mean, I enjoyed the first episode because it's like, damn, they in here throwing hella ass. Who would love to see ass?
Old girl who played Mercedes, woo! Boy.
Yes, sir. Nigga, the show is so, Jimmy, the show is so black. The DJ in that bitch, it's called DJ Never Scared. Not DJ Never Scared.
DJ Never Scared. DJ Never Scared.
Listen.
His name is DJ Never Scared?
DJ Never Scared.
The opening scene has Duke Deuce on. They have a Duke Deuce song playing. That's how I knew this was going to be some nigga shit. I'm like, I'm watching this. I don't care.
Honestly, though, I mean, as long as they don't – because one thing I fucked with Power, like the first couple seasons, it was like a solid-ass story. Like, you were real invested. And they kind of tried, and then they started getting real outlandish. I feel like if P-Valley can, like, stay kind of grounded and try not to get too outlandish, this could be, like, way better than Power. Because, like, the first episode's pretty fucking fine.
What you got to say about it, Kev? Because Jimmy ain't seen it yet, so we don't want to give too much of it away. But what you see about when you got it, when you saw it? God damn, I was stuttering like a motherfucker. What you got?
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good show. I think it's gonna be a good show. I'm
gonna watch it.
I'm staying optimistic. I gotta start it over because it's a dark show. So it's kind of nuts trying to watch it in the daytime. If you get that,
okay, I got you. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
So,
I
feel that same way about Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perry
right.
Mason, I cannot watch during the daytime. I'm still stuck on I just finished the first episode and I'm on the second one, but Perry Mason is definitely a show you cannot really watch.
You can't watch it in the daytime.
But my mom had something to say about that because my grandfather watches the old original black and white Perry Mason like over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And just from the first 10 minutes, she said that his characteristics and what type of person he was, it wasn't even the same Perry Mason. He was
because I think now they're going because when you think of like the show, the series, the fit from the 50s and 60s. You don't get a lot of backstory of Perry Mason. In this HBO series, you're getting more backstory of how he kind of had come into being the world renowned, or not even world renowned, but just being the motherfucker that he was in the show, being like this very successful lawyer. You're getting more backstory on that in the actual series on HBO versus when you watch Perry Mason, the old series from black and white. You just seeing this motherfucker, this very successful ass lawyer, just winning cases. You don't really know a whole lot about what's going on.
It's basically just showing where he started. It's not saying that he wasn't that at all. It just hadn't got there yet.
They got some. Yeah, I think more character development.
I was gonna say with a lot of television now, they call it the golden age of television currently because we're able to watch television shows that are almost better than movies because they give you characters that that are realistic.
That's true.
You get to see every single dimension of like a single character. Like no character is completely good, no character is completely evil. Like you know what I mean. You get to see all the different nuances from week to week over 30 some odd hours. So.
And that's why I like a show like Little Fires Everywhere.
Oh, that's a good show. That's a really good show.
Like that show gives you the view of a black mother and a white mother, and it doesn't necessarily show that one is better than the other or like one is a better mother than the other, a better person than the other. It shows you like everyone's faults. It's
a really good show,
and it shows you the good that they also bring in. It's a really good show.
I fuck with that show heavy.
What have you? I know Jimmy and Kev and I, but Dixon, you ain't been watching The Chi? Have you been keeping up on The Chi?
I need to watch.
I watched it today. I watched an episode today.
I need to start The Chi.
You know what's really funny? You know what's funny about The Chi? You know what's funny about this season of The Chi? Without all those actors that they lost over the past year, this season is shaping up to be better than the other ones.
Bro, that's what I was saying. Me and Kev were saying that. I
gotta start The Chi. I'm gonna start The Chi after the show. After the show, I'm gonna start The Chi. Next episode, I'm gonna be a few episodes in the show.
And I like it.
Thank you.
And I like it that way too. That not necessarily. I guess the people getting fired or quitting is a gift. Is a gift in disguise because now your writing and production has to make up for them not being there. You have to create other storylines on the fly, but still carry the other storylines you had in the first two seasons, and they've done a really good job at it this season.
There's one big thing, like after we finish recording, and Dixon's gonna have to.
And one of y'all go give me your showtime. Stop fucking with me.
There's one big like hole in the storyline on the Chi that I've noticed since episode 1 of this season.
For this season?
Yeah, I'm
you can bring it up later.
Yeah. We'll do that. But
you know what? One show that did that as well that I want to start. Batwoman. They just replaced the lead act, or they didn't replace her. She quit, but she's a black actress is now leading that show. So I want to start that and see how they try to finesse that. At least watch the first season and watch the first couple episodes of the next season just to see how they try to.
And Jimmy got me on Rami too. Rami's
a good show.
Pretty good.
I gotta finish that.
Rami's good.
And Hulu, gents. Anybody that can bless me with Hulu, baby.
I got you, bro. You gotta finally pull through with that other account, dog.
Yo,
I got you with Hulu. You gotta make your own account, but you gotta pull through.
If you sign up right now for Hulu, you get a free month.
Nah, don't do that, dog. I got you, bro. Don't even worry about the 3 months,
but it had the prices at the top. I thought that
Stop listening to these niggas, bro. I'm about to bless you, bro. Fuck these niggas, dog. Just bless me with the account.
Look at all these graduates from.
Bless me with the account you need.
Did you watch Stars last night?
Stars last night? I watched P-Valley.
What's that on?
Stars. That was like yesterday morning, though. I told y'all when I watched it. Y'all seen
How you watch Stars?
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to bless it with another account. I'm not going to give you 2 accounts behind the 1 stars after this nigga took like 6 months to give me the stars.
Hey, yo.
I got to take HBO Max.
I bring to the table. I said another table. What, bitch, is me?
Hey, hold on. Another table?
A lot of the Hulu shows right now, they're a lot better than these other network shows. Like Hulu right now has Rami, and Rami's one of the best shows that I've seen in a while. That show right there. And then
when you really think about it, and you know, I said this about Netflix early on, whenever they had House of Cards and Orange is the New Black, like early on when they started getting the more scripted series. Yeah, Hulu was kind of picking up some of that slack that Netflix had kind of, because Netflix started investing hella money in the shows that nobody gave a shit about. Yeah, like and they were greenlighting so much stuff, and as we know, Netflix was hella dead. Yeah, there's not many Netflix originals that people really watch anymore, and I mean there are some.
And the problem is the few that do exist do end up getting canceled after a season or 2. Yeah, that people really fuck with. They do get
canceled. Because I personally love the Get Down, bro, and when they canceled it, I'm like, damn.
And you know what? The Get Down was hella expensive. The Get Down was like $100 million.
It was very expensive.
That was a very expensive show. That was a very expensive. It was very expensive. I don't know why it was so expensive. It was very good, but it was too expensive.
Because they shot everything in New York on location, which is expensive as fuck to do. I'm surprised a lot of these shows that are shot in New York even survive as long as they do. That's probably another reason why Power had to go ahead and finish. The Stars probably got tired of paying them fucking New York fees. So
no, because I think all the other the Power spinoffs, I think they're all going to be in New York. I think they're all going to be there unless they film them in Connecticut or some shit.
Yeah, they're gonna. Some of them are set like prequels and shit.
The Tommy one, I think the Tommy joint is going to be in LA because that's where he's coming. He's moving out west. He's bagging it up out west.
Hold on. Speaking of Tommy, I'm glad you brought Tommy because in Power, Tommy was a rock to Ghost, if I'm not mistaken. That was like his right-hand man. That was his friend. Yeah. And speaking of rocks, this show, or the Miseducated podcast, is sponsored this today by Terramana, The Rock's Vodka, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne the Nigger Rock Johnson.
Oh, whoa, brother.
Man, look. Hey, yo.
That nigga taking his Charles Shaw. He gone. All right, then, Kevin. Have a great evening. I guess me and Freeway's show is sponsored by Terramana. The Rock's tequila, I can safely say, is smooth. If we was all in the studio, you know what I'm saying, we'd all be sipping on this.
How much it run you? How much they run you, boss?
You know what? It was about 40. But here's what I'll say: I spent that exact amount on like Don Julio, like really good Jose Cuervo, like a lot of really good tequilas, a lot of good really good tequilas. Even Blanca, which is people who drink tequila know that's the cheaper tequila.
So is that a tequila or vodka?
That's tequila.
It's tequila.
Oh, thank God.
And they also have Reposado. Reposado's a couple of dollars more. But anybody looking to get a black-owned alcohol, The Rock is black. His dad was black. We was talking about that during the show. That nigga looked like me. So you know what I'm saying? That's a nice little tequila.
Yeah. And goddamn Jimmy, speaking of reviews, you had a review of some nigga Keela. Jimmy had a
nigga Keela?
Jimmy had an album that he wanted to put niggas on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I want to introduce like a new segment that we could do, like album of like the episode or something like that. So like every episode, like each of us can come in and present like an album that like not necessarily all of us have listened to, or new music that you've listened to, or like a TV show that nobody else has watched, and you like introduce it here. You give us a little breakdown, and like that you introduce the listeners and like the co-host on something new. So like the album for me is gonna be What You Doing After by A Day. A Day is from Maryland.
Okay.
He from Maryland. Him and Wale are boys. Ironically, A Day, I've seen him before at my job, but I didn't know who he was until I started listening to his music, and I was like, oh, I've helped dude out before. Oh, that's cool.
I might be wrong here. But let me dig back into my 07 bag.
What's up?
Is A Day formerly known as Phil Aid?
Yes.
Oh, I know this nigga then. Yeah, I actually know that nigga then.
Formerly known as
nigga. That's crazy.
Yes, Phil Aid, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he dropped a new album in March. I think March, April. It's called "What You Doing After." It's an EP, and it's pretty much like the EP is about him giving people like a glimpse into the nightlife as an entertainer, and like how everything that he does is at nighttime. So he's just he's getting women and he's doing all these things, and it's like, yo, what you doing after? Like that's like the thing, like what you doing after the show, what you doing here. So then he got a song with Wale on the joint that's really fire. I fuck with it. They got a video to it. And then he got a song with Trevor Jackson. Wasn't he like a Nickelodeon or Disney guy?
Yeah. I know Trevor Jackson.
He was in the Superfly movie.
Yeah, he's Superfly. And he's Grownish.
He got Trevor Jackson.
He's in Grownish, yeah.
He got Trevor Jackson on the hook on the song, which is fire. The EP is like about 7 songs. That shit is super solid. He's getting his shit off. He's rapping. He's singing. The features are good. The production is good. And he's rapping about something that's really relatable to like people that are out in the nightlife a lot. Like you're outside and you.
I'm actually excited for this because Freeway don't like shit. So if Freeway's saying listen to an album and he's saying it's good, it's got to be above decent.
So the album is by A Day and it's called What You Doing After, but it's stylized as WYD, like what you doing after. So like you check it to somebody. Okay. So check that out, and then like y'all can give it a spin and let me know what y'all think next week, and then like that we could get some listeners in to listen, and they can let us know what they think about it too or whatever.
Yeah. And now Dixon gave us the review of Tequila. Jimmy gave us a new album to get on. Kev, what you got?
Amazing Tequila.
You got anything new you want to introduce? Because I know you did your brand earlier. We shouted them out. Anything besides that?
Oh yeah, thank you. You know what? No, I do not. I do not right now.
This nigga capping. I'm gonna do it for him. LA Plant Club.
There he is.
Plant Club. LA Plant Club.
It was the Charles Shaw. He tried to fry me. But yes, Los Angeles Plant Club. That's also something me and the homie Chris started. It's basically like for plant lovers, you know, for if you love plants, you don't really know a lot about them. We just started this like aesthetic page. We're gonna be posting some stuff sometimes. We're gonna get like the merch going. And it's crazy because we're gonna be growing too with it. You know, I like to know a lot about plants. I'm actually like not killed some in my lifetime. So now I'm just like, you know what? Let me just research it and see what we can do about it. So Los Angeles Plant Club.
Yeah.
Real niggas do
real
things.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to add before we close all together?
I do because this is hold on. I mentioned it earlier in the show. This is the last show I'm talking about voting and shit or like anything to do with the election. Register to vote. Do not take this show as motherfucking gospel. That's what you need to do come November. Do not
if you
want to, that's solid. But if you don't, or I recommend you do not, if you're already taking everything else and said it's gospel, you know what I'm saying? Register to vote. Go to ballotpedia.org, research all the candidates, find out what the fuck you want out of a candidate, and vote for who the fuck you want to. Don't let nobody shame you into voting for nobody. Don't let nobody force you into voting for nobody. And if somebody's voting for somebody that you completely disagree with, try to have a conversation with them. If you can't, move on. As simple as that. That's all I got to say.
Bingo. What you got? Y'all got anything, Jimmy, Kev?
No, just for me, just for the listeners and the viewers that's going to watch us on YouTube, you guys learned a lot of new things today. You learned about a bukkake. You learned about a cuckold. You learned... what other things
you learned what happens when you go to page 138 of Pornhub.
You learned about what happens when you go to page 138. You learned about Mount Coonmore and Coney Island.
New Island.
And Coney Island. You learned about Coney Island too.
Because
Mount Coonmore resides in Coney Island.
On Coney Island.
It does.
And more importantly, you learned about a website that can teach you about voting. So there
Absolutely.
you go. You learned something new today.
Welcome to the Miseducated podcast.
Welcome to the Miseducated podcast, where the message. So what the delivery is not what matters. It's the message.
It's the message. It's the message. Kev, you got
the one time the end justifies the means.
Hey, Kev, you got anything you want to add?
I do not.
Hey, yo, I got this one thing. Goddamn America, we see what you're doing. We see that you're just trying to cover everything up with a Band-Aid. All you want to do is try to silence, oppress people by changing names of streets and dishes at goddamn Papados and goddamn sports organizations. We want you niggas, we want y'all to hold police accountable for their fucked up crimes against black people and brown people and other marginalized people. And we want y'all to put this raggedy ass injustice system, get it together. We're regardless of our race, but we're black here. So we're speaking for the black experience.
Say it again.
We're tired of the same old performative activism bullshit that y'all keep trying to ram down our throats. Oh, we're going to change this to all Black Lives Matter Boulevard. We didn't ask about that. We didn't tell y'all to do that. Niggas
I don't even know what that means in the grand scheme of things, to be honest with you.
If people want, like, look.
It's performance art.
Dedicating some shit to the black movement and black causes, that's fine. We understand that. You still have to hold people accountable for the fucked up shit that they've been doing. Why is it that Breonna Taylor still are fucking just out and about, goddamn, probably shooting pool and dice and not ain't shooting dice.
Them niggas at the beach.
Them niggas.
No,
one of them niggas at the beach. Yeah, one of them niggas at the beach.
They're bottom line, they're still free and they're still collecting their fucking salaries that taxpayers pay them.
Yep.
Why is it that the only way that you can try to, I guess, fucking get black people to, quiet or whatever, however you want to, you're doing it by these acts that we're not asking you to do. We're not asking you to change names. We're not asking you to take a knee with us, Nancy Pelosi and all of these motherfuckers out there. We're asking motherfuckers to actually really reform police, really reform this raggedy ass judicial system. Like, do some shit that's actually going to be for the betterment of black people, Latino people, Native Americans. Stop just trying to put a Band-Aid over it and be like, you niggas will get over it. Because we're not. This shit is not ending. Niggas are still out here protesting, bro. Like,
every day.
Just because the media doesn't want to show y'all that shit, we might need to start rioting and looting again. Hey, you niggas out there, go ahead and start rioting and looting again. Niggas.
No, for real. We might have to.
Hey, look. You know what? Here's what I got to say about that. Niggas don't get a stimulus check before that unemployment get extended.
Facts.
We might see some rioting. What's next month? August. That unemployment only lasts until the end of the month. We don't get a stimmy on September 1st. It's gonna be real quiet September 2nd.
No, yeah, it's gonna be real quiet pretty soon for these streets.
Real quiet.
And besides that, niggas just take your health seriously. Understand that this shit we still in the thick of this shit, and stop putting yourself and other people at risk. Really. And if she comes over in jeans, you are not fucking, right, Kev?
No chance, no way. You're not.
Y'all just smoking and watching TV that day.
And to close out, if your main concern is wearing a mask for more than 1 hour, you have privilege if that is your main concern, wearing a mask all day. And ladies and gentlemen, this was episode number 23. We did our LeBron James episode.
Shout out to that nigga. That nigga.
We outside today, episode 23, the Miseducated podcast. You already know.
You're
Till next time.